Welcome to episode 104 of Tattoo Collecting 101, right here on Reinventing the Tattoo. If you guys haven't joined us before, please be sure to like and check out all the other educational content that we've got going on here on the network. Here at Reinventing the Tattoo, it's the community for tattooers, apprentices, collectors, and all those who are curious about the world of tattooing. We aim to educate and inspire one another to create better artwork and tattoos and to leave the community a better place than how we found it. So be sure to share this out with anyone that you might think be interested. Real quick, we just want to say thank you to our sponsors before we jump into it. So thank you to Raw Pigments, an ink company that's tapping into the source with their acrylic-free inks. World Tattoo Events, which has the largest, most comprehensive list of tattoo conventions going on in the world right now. Dealize Pro, known as Dermalize Worldwide, which was designed by wound care specialists specifically for healing tattoos. So give it a check. As well as Tattoo Now, technology for tattooers. They're the leading edge in professional development and management and digital tools for tattooers of all levels. As well as real quick, just want to say thank you to the Fireside Tattoo Network and the Apprenticeship Diaries. And please be sure to send any comments to management@reinventingthetattoo.com. So yeah, let's jump into it.
Isn't there any positive comments?
Positive, negative,
I don't want to
constructive criticism. Well, that's why it's going to the email, not you.
No negativity.
Yeah, well, you don't even see those emails.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
Just the intern.
That's very, very true. I still, I feel like I'm gonna at some point get reflected
Why?
with the negativity.
Only positivity. Didn't we?
Bring me the
Only
good.
positivity.
All
Okay,
positive.
A-Rod's joining us tonight.
Hey,
What up, homie?
not much.
This guy, speaking of tattoo collectors, I don't know if you know, he's been going hard in the paint for a minute.
Getting some tattoos.
He's getting some tatty time in.
Always in pain.
Yeah, I worked on him, was it a couple weeks ago? And then like 2 or 3 days later, you had an appointment with Mr. France as well.
3 days later.
3 days.
And it's better than last time when you got what, three people done on you in a week.
Yeah. Well, it goes in waves, so you kind of just get it when you can, and then Derb's been in Vegas in and out, and Adam's in Oregon. So
With all the travels, you got to just get in where you fit in.
Gotta talk into that bad boy.
There we
usually
go.
my voice travels very far. So
There we
that's
go.
not bad.
Hop,
Okay.
hop on in there.
Gotta speak into the microphone.
Get real up in there.
Thanks, Kyle.
It wants to smell
You're
your
welcome.
breath. Like you gotta encompass it.
Hello.
See, I heard you. That's
Yeah, nice and crisp.
Yeah.
Over the last few days, we've been kind of playing around with the stage setup. We tucked Kyle in a hole in the corner.
Get off my stage.
So we
Please
took-
let
we-
me out.
He looks comfortable in there. So
I'm stuck in the closet.
I
I
walked
like
in.
it.
I was like, Kyle, I didn't know you were gonna be like off the set.
Like below me to the left.
I don't. It's a neck crane.
It's a bit of a change.
Well, originally
Well-
we were going to have him on the other side. So maybe Ben, so it's easier for you to give him a hard time. You just sit here next
You
to
know
him.
what
Sit
I
'em in the
I
front
think it
here.
should do would it'll force us to look at the monitor.
There you go.
And because since nobody wants to see the side of her face anyway, and they want to see, so like if we get used to talking to each other through the screen instead of talking to each other like this, it's a lot more. What's the word?
Visually pleasing to our audience.
I was just going with professional.
That as well.
Both, yeah, but
All
more
encompassing.
photogenic.
Oh, encompassing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
And we have less clutter on the table.
So much less clutter. And I feel like it draws attention to my clutter now. And like I've got a bunch of stuff on the table. And I'm
It's all
It's part of the setup.
I feel like you guys need some toys or like some sort of.
right. Honestly, I always have something to fidget with
we
in
need
my
the
hands.
motherfucking plasma ball.
Yeah.
See, look, now there's even a perfect space for the plasma.
Hey, intern, can you, from where you sit, pull up the Amazon and
I want to find
give
one that's a
me-
cool color.
give me a
Can't go
price
with just
quote
purple.
on a non-purple?
I'm gonna go like blue or green.
It's Zod.
Here's a blue one for $39.99.
Get the lava lamp.
Would you please send me that link?
Green one for $35.
Well,
I'm going to go ahead and allow you to make some decisions here, Kyle.
Executive decision.
There's one
In-
one that's 30 that has a dragon that's holding it.
Intern run
Yeah.
no, I
wild.
need the dragon.
Intern
Yeah,
run
it's a bit
wild.
much.
I'm going to let you pick one and send it to that email address I gave you just a little bit ago.
Okay.
And especially if it's Prime, we'll have it by next week.
Noted.
Have you guys seen the I'm just jumping into crazy stuff because I happen
me
to have it
crazy.
open on my phone, but have you guys seen the new page that Derb has been playing around with?
The tattooer with a sign.
Yes.
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 It's been great.
We've really been having a lot of fun with that.
I saw the tattoo gun one the other day. So
I dove into that. Yes.
What, stop calling a tattoo machine a gun?
it makes
Is
me
that
want
what
to
it
call him a
was?
gun even
Here we
more.
go.
Boom.
Look at there's Derbster.
Bam. A like and a follow to the fellow homie.
Yeah, this is we're gonna have fun with this. I feel like this could turn into like a small segment every week.
Can
like
we
whatever
please
Derb
do one that
shares, we can
says-
have a little discussion of why he would be even holding a sign up that says such a thing.
If you have to ask, you can't afford it. Can we just?
Well, which one do you want to discuss today then?
Oh, I mean, we got 4. Well, so the second one, the stop no calling, no showing. I think I was out here throwing a fit because I had 2. Either one was a no show and the other was like a cancellation the day before. So
I'm trying to
Might
think
have
what a
been from my
Pinterest
event.
tattoo is. So
well,
tattoo
so
off of
sometimes there are
Pinterest.
people that have zero imagination, and what they
Zero.
do is they go to this little app called Pinterest, and I don't even have the app on my phone. I have to like go to a picture that somebody shared with me that is on Pinterest. I don't know how we would get to it, but anyways. So the cool thing about Pinterest is somebody be like, this thing's amazing. And as an artist, you're like, yeah, that is cool. I'd love to do some more homework and find out what artist did it and find out more about this and find out how we could make this our own. And then what you have is just a picture that is a dead end.
A picture, man.
But the other thing is, from like the collector's point of view, if
Nothing
you've
unique
seen
in
it
it.
on Pinterest, so have tens of thousands of millions of billions of other people.
Well,
and
I
they
mean,
probably asked for the same thing.
hear me out.
I'm
There
listening.
is a time and place in a level of tattooer that their job is to duplicate whatever the fuck you bring in. Okay. If you're going to a high-end tattoo studio where you're paying somebody more than entry-level rates to do a tattoo, why would you not want that artist to do their art?
That's a funny question. And
It's a
I
lack
find
of
myself
imagination.
asking that all the time.
It always kind of blows my mind. You're like, hey, you're really fucking good at making tattoos. That's what I like about you. I've been trying to acquire some of your time.
So in the client's head, they're thinking that this person is just going to nail the tattoo. So there's just a trust thing, but there is a lack of imagination and a disrespect to the artist themselves. When you say, just bring me the image and just copy paste that for me and put that on my skin. But there still is a, like, I trust this artist to be able to do that.
Now,
perfectly.
if it's your family crest, if it's, like something that needs to be duplicated, my grandfather had this tattoo, something along those lines, and you're getting something in that fashion, that makes sense to me. Duplicate that art. You want to get some traditional flash? Duplicate that art, because that's a badass tattoo to start with. But like the feather trend,
A feather disappearing into anything,
the flying away fucking
a
crows,
dandelion being
because they all look
blown
like
off into
crows.
the
I didn't give a
distance.
fuck what kind of
I
bird
feel
you
like
made
they
it.
kind of it start looking like weird outline smudges that aren't quite colored in all the way.
I feel like we're describing Marty Holcomb right now.
Wow.
Or
Because like every time I go see somebody, he's like doing like just some weird family crest or like some script or like
Wow.
a feather or
oh,
and
you
nobody is-
must catch him on the
Well, I
off
catch him on
nights,
the off
'cause,
days.
like,
I'm not
he's
seeing no
he's
dragons or-
that's why I'm looking at you
Yeah, like-
confused. Like, yeah, he's usually like bodysuit after bodysuit, but he's worked on so many like entire families that sometimes somebody will come into him and like he's worked on their mom, their grandmother, their uncle, their this or that. So like he's just the family tattooer, and people still wait months and years for Marty to do that little thing.
flower.
Yeah, but it's they want that experience with Marty. They're paying for his wizard magic. Like
yeah.
if and when the time comes, I shouldn't say if and when the time comes for Marty to tattoo me, we'll probably talk ideas ahead of time, but it's gonna be like whatever kind of magic he wants to bless me with.
I really want to ask him, and I've never gotten the gumption to do a stony flash on me.
I'm sure he'd rock that out real.
Look, I included the
The
intern.
long pass for the intern. Do we need to get him his own smoking device? Because he's over
It's
there
not that long of
isolated?
a pass, actually. With 3 people here, with
Bro,
2, we
I
might.
am way the fuck over here. I'm not passing you anything.
Well, that's why Fawn's there on the end.
Yeah, and when I leave, Adam will probably scoot down just a little bit so he's not splitting the bar in the middle of the table. Be more
Bar
comfortable.
splitter.
Yeah, bar splitter.
I've never heard myself called that before.
The
I'll
bar
take it.
splitter, yeah. Well, so you had me thinking about something and I just derailed with the passing of the smoking.
He was
thing.
talking about Flash.
So before we jumped off of the Flash rabbit hole, recently I had somebody hit me up and they were like, hey, I'm going to be in town, blah, blah, blah. My husband and I want to get tattooed. Da-da-da. And I was like, I'm going to be out of town that weekend, but I'd love to recommend somebody. What are your ideas? So she comes back with, she would like a paw print, which is fine, but he would like an Irish flag combined with a Confederate flag. So now I'm like, I would love to recommend you to somebody. I haven't replied because I'm just kind of scratching my head at this one because it's like 2022 and like I don't know if you've seen the news over the last few years, but there's been a little bit of a, let's call it a minor uproar about the symbolism behind the Confederate flag. So why would somebody in Ohio, of all places, north of the Ohio River, want a Confederate flag with an Irish flag? Like, and I mean, I get it. I've tattooed like Confederate flags with the MIA flag. Like I've done these things years past, but like now with the way that like the Confederate flag is totally a symbol and like recognized of all of those
What did
things. Like,
Georgia do? Did they just give up?
I think they got rid of it. Yeah.
Did they?
yeah, I think they took it
I
down.
think they took it down.
I'm asking, not telling.
Well, this is just my like,
Just what my
if
head's
it's,
telling
if
me.
it's something that I would like advise somebody against even getting tattooed at this point, like it's just not the most tasteful idea with this political climate.
It does look like Georgia changed it.
Yeah,
Yes.
Why you got to bring Ireland?
He's
I didn't
proud
bring
of his
Ireland.
Irish.
I'm just describing the idea
It
that they
sounds like
asked.
the guy is proud of his Irish and his racist heritage, you know. So, but now you're at that point. Who would you recommend that to? You want to recommend it to? Like a
I'm like, I mean, I want to recommend
You
it.
don't
to
know any
whoever-
racist Irish people.
yeah,
I'm
man.
sorry.
Like, is there like a clan shop that we can send them to? You know, I'm sure there's some old biker gangs. Like,
But like those wouldn't be of the list of shops that I would recommend. And then a client
Do you
that wants something like this, would I recommend them to an artist that I respect? And
I don't think
like,
you would.
So now I'm in a conundrum. Like, do I just ignore the messages or do I give them an answer or do I say, hey,
You say,
maybe you
"Hey."
should rethink of this idea a little bit?
I don't think you.
Like, is it my place?
No, I think the perfect wording of this is I don't think you understand who I am as a human being. Have a good day.
I would say, yeah, you're putting me in an awkward
That's
position.
it. That's it. I don't think you understand who I am as a human being. Have a good day. That's it. You wrapped everything up in fucking
It's fair.
a sentence and a half.
That's fair. They might still be scratching their head, but I
You
also
don't
feel
answer
like,
after
I think that's for them to find out at that point.
You don't answer after.
okay.
Have them
Okay.
do some research.
All right.
Google's a thing.
Hmm.
Feel free.
Why did my tattoo artist tell me I can't get this tattooed?
He said my tattoo artist canceled me. God damn.
And then they're gonna accidentally pull up this show and be like, "This sounds remarkably familiar."
It'll be the clip of the past 10 seconds.
Me. She didn't like my flag idea, apparently.
I don't know. You're free to turn down any idea you don't want to do. So
I mean, it's just like McDonald's. They don't have to serve anybody they don't want to.
is that
That's
true?
fair. I just pride myself on like trying to recommend
Any
and
business can refuse service.
connect a collector with the right artist and vice versa. Like I always feel really good when somebody comes up to me and they're like, "Hey, remember when you recommended so and so? I love what they did," and they
Check
show it
this
off.
out.
Like my collector Derek, he's covered in like black and gray work from me. He's got like black and gray nature scenes and space and stuff like that. And he's got this cool bio sleeve that's a mix of all kinds of ideas. And then he wanted an anime leg sleeve.
Yeah.
Nothing
And I
wrong
was
with that.
Do you know who Winston Yancey is?
I do not believe I am any longer in that wheelhouse you are seeking for, sir.
I mean, I love tattooing cartoons, but like, you want a whole Dragon Ball Z leg sleeve?
Why don't
And
you go
I've
somebody
never
that
watched Dragon
nerds
Ball
out on
Z.
Dragon Ball Z.
Considering I've talked to you about a back piece before, I'm feeling, I don't know. It's fun.
You're gonna have to find a new artist for that now.
It's cool.
How-
Message
Do you know
received.
who Austin Yancey?
I know Austin. I'm not friends with Austin. I don't know.
You
I
should be
have an
friends with
artist.
Well,
and,
see, this show has gone through several episodes of how to connect with artists.
That's one thing, but no,
It's also just a phone call. I mean,
I have an artist that's retired that started my back. I don't know if he's ever gonna unretire.
He'll probably unretire.
Yeah, so I'm just being patient right now.
Yeah,
But I
we got
do
enough
know that
other
I want
projects
to play
started.
with some space and stuff. I know Fawn's perfect for that sort of thing.
Space.
Spawn doesn't even space.
Fawn spaces.
Like
Only every
space.
once in a while.
Doesn't
Space.
even space.
She spaces.
Speaking of space, there's this event that I did last weekend.
I saw that. I
This
wanted
Chalk
to step
Fest event.
inside of it.
Little chalk fest.
God,
The
a little
camera.
chalk fest.
Yes. What sort of chalk?
The camera's got the Chalk Fest footage on it.
Yeah, pass that over.
You could just take the camera off.
You know,
This
that's
is how it works.
that's above my pay grade, Fawn.
Bum, bum, bum.
We're just gonna steal it from this guy.
Kyle's got this.
What's in the chalk fest, Fawn?
So at one of the area high schools called ACPA, it's the Art and College Prep Academy. It's over off of Hamilton Road. But it's like middle school and high school, but it's very like just art and music oriented. They basically they have a regular curriculum as well, with all of the like math, English.
They make them get the other learnings,
They get the other learnings,
not just the
but
arts.
it's a pretty cool school. I've been involved with some of their career days over the past years. This is, I believe, the third year that I've done Chalk Fest with them, and it's pretty cool because a whole bunch of other area artists come, like legit professional working artists come, and we make chalk art together all day long, and then hopefully the rain doesn't wash it away too fast.
You still out there?
Huh?
Are you still out there?
Maybe. We haven't gotten a real hard rain, really. There's an awful lot of color on the ground.
The dew has been heavy though because of the swings of temperatures.
The dew.
Morning
The
dew.
dews.
Hmm. Oh, there we go.
Oh, Kyle, look at you. Can you make that full screen?
Yeah.
You're my favorite person. I like
Makes
that they
life easier.
incorporated the fence.
I wish that you guys would just. I don't like that. That throws me off there.
The fence art.
Yeah.
I want the whole ground covered.
Oh, well, this is early in the day.
Okay.
This is right when everybody was starting. So this is, I would just walk through a few times and
Do you want me to flip through this, or do you want the camera to pick and choose?
Oh, that's awesome.
There it is.
Is that your
Um,
space?
yeah, just keep it on this. Yeah, I had a helper this year. This is the first year that I have had. I mean, usually they have somebody coming around bringing me warm coffee the whole time, but I actually had an assistant the whole time. It was pretty cool because when Faith, the coordinator, introduced us, she was like, "This is Rose. She put you down as her first and second request." So
Nice.
nerded out a little bit. We had a few quick little art lessons. I kind of showed her some tricks with line weight. And then when it came back in and I like put the highlight on the opposite side of the heavy line, she was like, "Oh."
My mind is open.
Yeah, it was pretty cool to like, you know how I talk about how fun it is when you can watch somebody else connect those dots and make those like magic,
Very light bulbs,
lifelong
yeah.
connections happen that'll help them for the rest of their art career. Yep.
If this was a competition so far, that star piece would have been the winner. So
I know that dragon's pretty baller.
Yeah, this is a pretty cool one. I believe this is when Rose was walking around with the camera.
And whom is that?
that's her
The helper.
her helper.
But yeah, she was 15.
Nice.
Little art nerd. Perfect way to spend the day. And I don't know. Yeah, like I said, this is the third year that I've done it, so I've gotten to experience like, first of all, sidewalk chalk art is a little bit more difficult than you think it's gonna be.
Yeah. Covered.
Yeah, you really gotta like push that color in there and
Grind it.
Mhm.
Have you considered making a wet powder and pasting it?
So I don't prefer to do it that way, but some people do. I
Just
usually have
curious.
such a large area. This year, I was like, you know what? I'm going to make it easy on myself. I'm just going to make it look like the asphalt is crumbling away. And then what's going to be on the other side of the asphalt? Duh.
Space.
Space.
This looked like a nice event here.
Yeah, it was really, it was like every year it's getting better and better.
Okay.
There was
Can we get
a,
a drum box?
yeah. I mean, I got a living room full of djembes and you got an electronic drum set. Why not have another percussion instrument?
My
when you
dad
play?
makes those actually.
I've also
so
got like an
Your dad
actual drum
makes-
kit.
He's made like 5 of those
So
actually.
Adam's dad's gonna make us a box.
Heard.
Heard.
I don't know why we don't play more music as a group.
I've got my baby Taylor over there.
I don't want to do that right this moment. I'm just saying.
Well,
like,
when next time the mood strikes, I got another mixer. We can plug the baby Taylor in it. I can get another mic. Actually, we probably wouldn't need to mic a drum up whatsoever.
no,
Do you want me to bring in a bass guitar?
no, Colin.
Kyle, bring
No,
your
no
flute in.
bass.
The next week we're gonna come to
Always
you live
bass.
with the Tattoo Collecting 101.
I used to play trombone
Jam
in middle
band.
school, so
You're
not
gonna come
very
in with
good.
brass.
Just come in with just a little brass in the background.
Trombone's the only brass instrument I didn't play. All right, we're gonna officially be the jam band.
I have a trombone. More than welcome to learn.
Burp, 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 burp.
What?
What is it? 7 positions?
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
So this
Just kill it,
one,
Kyle.
she made a
Just kill it,
paste and
Kyle.
she did a lot of cool pink stuff around that. You see it develop. nice
Actually, I
and
never
rich.
actually had to learn music because the girl next to me in music would just write down the 7. So like 1 through 7. So it'd be like 4, 3, 5. So I just like, yeah, just used her
fair.
notes the whole time.
That's fair.
It's not. I wish I learned.
So the other thing that I did, we'll keep going through this. But the other thing I did last weekend is I had the opportunity to capture a early morning walkthrough of hyperspace.
What?
Yeah.
So hyperspace. What were you doing up there?
So Guy, the one and only, wrote this little book or double book called the Biomech Encyclopedia.
Oh, was that it?
Yeah.
Thought's been sold out
Yeah, it's
for
called-
years. But
No, it
it hasn't been.
It's
so
not.
We were
this
learning
is
things.
This is the current one. But anyways, so there was a plethora of these books
Plethora.
and
There's a one on the floor over there by you, Ben,
yeah, if you
too.
will grab that, Ben. You could show off the book that I'm talking about. So we loaded these all up because it's really hard for Guy to keep up with his other workloads and educational stuff and family stuff and everything else and still ship orders out and pack them the way that he would like them to be lovingly packed. So I loaded all of these said books up and put them on a U-Haul so that Lauren can help mail them out and get them to people much more quickly and equally as lovingly packaged. There we go. There's a hyperspace walkthrough.
Oh, hyperspace.
But yeah, just these little books here.
I've got one of those too, and man, I love it.
It is pretty great. Have you seen this, Adam?
Yeah, I tried to buy one like a year ago and it was sold out. And like I said, I was like, oh, it sucks.
Oh, it may have been when he was just in a situation where he was unable to ship them, but they are indeed
I've
not
played with
sold out.
Adams, so
Jeez.
The next thing we need is like an overhead camera above us.
Look at what I'm
Fantastic.
looking at.
Yeah.
Well, all we'd have to do is buy a bridge for our towers.
You know,
Good enough
those
armrest
things were being
extensions.
discussed. This is one of my favorite paintings of
Well, that's
guys.
on the side,
This is
though. I
kind of
don't
what
even
made me
wanna
want
turn
to
the
do
page.
my,
I don't want to.
It's okay.
I don't want to crack the seal.
it's okay.
I don't want to do this, Fawn.
It's okay. You're not
put your
cracking the
love and
seal.
energy on there for her.
I flipped through it. It's okay.
So talk us through hyperspace.
We're just looking at paintings right now. Look at this old photo of Guy and Michelle in the same spot that I'm taking the video from.
Come on.
They're pretty awesome.
I love how even the stairwell too there is like so thoughtfully decorated.
You wouldn't know it, but there was like a weed jar on the table and I shot above it so you couldn't tell that I was rolling up in the kitchen.
You just narked yourself out there. Move
Well,
in.
It's all about the visual. I
This
can
is
just
pretty
stand and look
cool.
at these paintings for hours.
Hey, I know that guy.
Oh, that's Nathan Marty's
Yeah.
back, isn't it?
Senior Nathan Marte.
Mm-hmm. These portraits of some of Michelle's Bloom Project clients. Over the last few months, there's a lot more paintings that have been brought out and hung up. Some of these weren't there last time. Michelle's been working on a lot of new stuff as well. This trip, I didn't get to see Michelle. I hung out with Guy and Kaya, though.
Does he have it like set up where it's like half studio, like half place to stay, or like is it all just kind of
This is so the studio building, the whole upstairs, I think, is just filled with like art stuff and things like that. But when I go over, I stay at a hotel. We had my dog this time.
The bestest road dog in the world.
She really is. I brag about her, and then like once you experience a road trip with her, it's like, oh, this really is.
just sits down and enjoys the road trip?
Yeah, she was like a little puppy, and she was on multiple road trips like on a very regular basis. So she's totally content hanging out.
See, my dog knows where he's going. So like the closer you get to something, he'll start freaking out. Like, oh, just calm down. He's deaf too, so you can't.
Yeah, he's paying attention in a totally different way. Look at how magic this is. Like when we talk about rabbit holes, this is what I'm talking about. This is where my mind gets lost.
This is what I'm hoping that Adam France gets done. That property he's got.
Oh, it's going to be like equally crazy, but probably a totally different direction.
He said he's got a little cave in the property. He wants to like put like a whole like
We're gonna go
sound system
spelunking.
out there.
That would be rad.
Well, I
Like, get,
know
like a little
odds
concert zone.
is all about the cottage core. So they're gonna like 1800 style up in there. Like,
Okay.
Cape Jam.
Okay.
nice gazebo.
Yeah, that's like that's the creative gazebo.
Not just a regular gazebo.
The creative one.
Creative.
The regular one's on the other side. You can't see that crap.
Less creative. This is so much. And I feel like I'm not doing it justice, but I would just sit here for hours.
You didn't realize there were so many genres within a genre, did you?
There's a picture of a picture and a picture. Lots of different descriptions and categories and yep, things I didn't even know existed.
I feel like it takes multiple sittings to like really digest it all.
Just like Thanksgiving.
And then wait a while and look at it again, and you're going to digest a whole nother chunk of it.
Just like
Oh, we're back to the Chalk Fest stuff. So today I'm actually mid-session on our friend Jen. She joined us after the notorious Tampa Ink the Bay episode.
Oh, was she at that?
Oh yeah. She and her husband Brian came down. We got to hang out, and Brian got to protect us. It worked out great. Nobody
it was
got
a
arrested.
benefit for all.
Nobody got arrested. It was wonderful.
There was no death.
But what I'm
It was a
going to
good
do
day.
is I'm going to head back up to my tattoo studio area and rejoin from my phone. So it'll probably take me like 2.5 minutes to rejoin you. So
I am going to time you, not in disbelief, but just to test your theory.
well, I kind of got a tinkle, so let's make it 3.5.
Now already throwing out addendums.
Yeah.
We'll start it as soon as you leave.
But the cool thing is Adam just happened to be in the building today, and I put him on the spot and was like, hey, you want to join us? And he was like, actually, I was like, hey, what are you doing this evening? He's like, nothing. Why? And I was like, podcast. He was
And then
like,
Ben was like,
"Oh,
no.
But I've worked on Adam and Ben both very recently. They're both kind of still healing. Would you say?
I'm always healing constantly. It's kind of a thing at this point. I don't know.
I got a couple little nibs, but nothing crazy.
So I guess today's just a fawn collecting podcast.
The fawn collection. I'm down.
I don't hate that idea. I mean, I wouldn't have planned it deliberately, but
It just so happened to be.
hate it.
I'm gonna talk for 10 minutes about how you should start painting more.
I'm really close to wrapping up the snake painting that I've been working on Tuesdays on Ricardo's show.
I saw a glimpse of that sifting through the video. It was looking very nice.
Yeah, I introduced some pink this week.
Okay.
Really
It almost
started-
needs to be like working out where you need to like force yourself 1 hour a day.
So one of the things you've got to remember is I spend so many hours exhausting so much creative energy tattooing that sometimes like I'm spent if I've got 2 or 3 or 4 heavy days tattooing, like I don't really have a lot of creative energy. Like I might have the energy to have the idea, but not the energy to follow through on any
Yeah,
of
the
it.
juice. I get you.
But like if I'm in a patch where I'm not tattooing that often, I got to be doing creative things. So there's definitely like
I'm saying this all for my own selfish reasons. So don't
I
feel
know
bad.
Adam wants some original art, and I selfishly hoard my originals and don't sell them very often.
She does. It's a true thing. It's fine.
Well, once I get to a point where I'm painting more often, then maybe I'll be producing more. So obviously I will have more art and I will be less attached to all of it. But it's coming.
That's why I just get tattoos because that's mine.
He does too. Look at this sleeve
No, I'm
we've been
just saying,
working
like,
on.
That's just mine. Thanks
Yeah.
for my original art.
Oh, you're welcome, Ben.
I like it.
I mean, in reality, like your kid gets way more original art than probably most of my friends.
That's very true.
Lucky.
That is very true.
Yeah, look, if
we do
you're
color at my house quite
under the age
frequently.
of like 12 or 13, you're probably like more likely to get original doodles. And like my niece has this uncanny way of being like, Aunt Fawn, do you think you could draw something like this? And I'll
I
be
bet
like,
you
yeah,
can't
I
even
could
draw
So
it
you're
totally
out.
do
saying I
that."
need to pump out
And
a
then
kid
she'll be
to
like-
beg you for
So
art.
I'm hearing I'm in the age range for that.
I think you should
Almost.
Kyle, shave Kyle and come in here and take.
Got the hair shave.
Kyle is 12.
Kyle's a beautiful, beautiful human being.
Thank you.
Keep killing
Appreciate
it.
it.
Dude.
He's also 12. I still
Does that knock some points off?
no. I'm just making statements. Why are you offended by that?
No.
A lot of people get offended by statements.
I'm just trying to
Make sure you're
observe.
not. She's
All right.
trying to
Well,
observe.
I'm gonna go get comfortable. We're gonna go get Jen comfortable again, and then we will rejoin you in just a few minutes.
Mhm.
Guys,
We'll be here.
We'll be here. We'll be talking about.
I
his
never
new
know
artwork.
what's gonna happen when I walk away from this table. Like,
The fuck does that mean?
well, the unpredictable things happen.
The
I'm
the
not
track
saying it's
record
you
for
at
that is
all.
not the
I'm
best.
just saying, like, somebody could come.
Somebody
and
could be
pound on
coming
the
in and
door.
pounding.
Somebody could be doing jumping jacks on the
But
delivery
do you know
bell
what? All things happen that we handle.
We're gonna
It's
have a
true.
push-up contest.
with
You know,
grace and
That is-
poise.
that
Well, hey,
what
this time the
life
door is
is
open, so
about.
they can just come right in.
That's fine.
And we got this beautiful sunset. I
It's
don't know.
fine.
You can see this golden.
I purposely set the door perfectly to not blind us, so we'd still get this golden hour.
I will say when Kyle first
Mm-hmm.
moved here, I had one of my buddies talking crap about Ohio, and I was like, "Bro, we got amazing sunsets. You need to chill out." And then, Kyle, have we not had amazing sunsets?
The sunsets have been beautiful.
Mhm.
I told you, man. I told you.
Mhm.
Sunsets.
That's what I'd move here for, Joe.
The sunset.
The sunsets.
Definitely the sun.
Ben's
Very
like,
nice
I don't
cloudy
even look at the
sunset,
sky.
A lot of colors to work off of.
I thought the sun was pretty much the same everywhere.
No, it's not.
No, it's not the
I
same.
know somebody whose favorite color, she calls it Columbus sunset, where like the gray on the buildings mixed in with all the pastels of the blues and pinks, and
Isn't
that's
that
her
just-
favorite color. Like it's
is
just
that
a thing.
called a
Okay.
sunset?
No, it's not, because Columbus is different from other cities, you know, like it's just
I mean, hey, I'm from California. I'm used to the world's on fire sunsets where it's like bright pink and orange.
right.
And it's like everyone's like, that's
We got
so
more,
beautiful.
we got
and
more
it's like,
blues
but
and
it's so
purples in
unnatural.
ours. We have more blues and purples in the Columbus.
Huh.
Yeah.
Huh, yeah.
Enjoy sunsets, Ben.
Mhm.
It's a good part of life, man.
Bro,
Take a look outside every once in a
before
while.
the sun gets down. most of the time.
Enjoy the sunrise.
Well, hey,
got
it's
its own
winter
beauty.
now, so you have more time to check out the sunset.
All right, guys. I wish
You,
you,
you
well.
said you were leaving 4 times.
Yeah.
I know. I
We,
just
we
need
segued
nervous.
into
We've-
sunset.
We've gone
What's
into
gonna
many
happen? Okay,
conversations.
all
we've
right,
taken away
okay.
from
It'll
us.
be fine.
We love you, Fawn. Good luck to you.
She still doesn't trust. There's so much trust. She's looking back at like the dog that she left a hamburger on the table.
So explicit content.
What explicit? What are we
I
trying
don't know. I was just making a a bad transition.
Kyle.
So speaking of new art, I saw you just got a commission of a self-portrait.
I did.
Congratulations on that.
Thank
Like,
you. That got shipped actually here to the studio because I knew somebody would be here while I was at work to be able to receive said piece of art.
It's probably a smart move there. Don't.
I just don't. I love it. It's amazing. Everything about it. Oh, Toby Kulich pointed in my face. For those of you that don't know what we're talking about.
I'm trying to find it.
I don't know where to hang it in my house.
Like above your bed or like
That was the
I
initial
told you, I
thought.
think above the toilet's the best spot. Or
Like,
like
no,
opposite
Jason?
side of the toilet.
do you have some sort of like den or like room that you hang out in the most, like an office or that's where I would have it, you know.
I have several of those things. But no, like it's
I would put that in your creative space, you know, because he's got a nice aura. Yeah, look at that aura there.
There you go.
my face.
It was so much so that I questioned getting one myself of myself, and I was like, it's a lot of scrutiny to get a self portrait to one, you know.
It's just a face.
It just happens to be yours.
But like I don't want to see me. I don't put pictures of myself up in my house. I've always had a weird my baby mama decorated our house with all kinds of photos of me. And I was always like, hey, can we just
Hide that there.
can
Like,
we not? I know what I look like. It's weird. I don't want to see my face.
maybe your daughter, give it to her.
She's 4.
Yeah.
I don't
Maybe
want-
in like 10 years.
Yeah. Hang this over your toilet, man. Good morning, constitutional.
I'll always
That's
be
my
with you.
focus right
me.
there. He
Just
pooped
like
better than
Jesus.
everybody else, you know.
I love it. It's just it needs a special spot, and I don't know where that special spot is. I just got done redecorating my entire living room and hanging all my art in there.
And it looks very nice and cozy, I must say.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. So yeah, I just don't know. I don't know what to do with it. I love it. It just needs to. The spot needs to strike me
I feel that.
of where it needs to go now.
Maybe
So,
one day something will happen and then it'll just click and it's like that.
You know what
spot.
I'm just waiting on? Something to fall off the wall.
That's fair.
The
That's a
first
good-
thing that
yeah.
falls off the wall
You're
is
like,
getting
all right, just
fucking
slot it on.
replaced. My face.
Yeah.
Or the next time I put a hole in the wall for whatever reason, carrying a chair,
Yeah.
probably just whatever.
I have a big thing over my door. Same
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm fat. I fell into the wall before and put a hole in it and then hung a giant poster. Yeah, it happens.
It's a
So,
way to cover it.
so I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, I never thought about that aspect of getting a self portrait and be like, man, do I really want to look at myself all day now?
Yeah, it's my
Like,
face.
It's like shit.
It's a great painting. It looks just like me. And I think
It does, yeah.
that's the problem.
It's like looking in a mirror
I was
almost.
like, whoa.
Yeah.
So maybe I'll hang it up in 10 years when it's not like the exact same as my face right now. So it's not like the non-moving mirror effect.
Yeah. Change something about how you look.
Thanks.
I meant like a different feature. So that
Fine, bruh.
Go bald or something, dude.
I thought it was my job to be mean to you. What the fuck was that?
Retaliation.
Back, man.
It's called karma.
Retaliation.
Okay.
It's back.
Karma. Always
Karma for putting the sun in my eye.
I don't control the sun, Kyle.
It's okay.
Kyle, you will enjoy that Ohio sunset. All right.
I'm trusting me.
So
I'm enjoying
hard.
it. It's lovely.
So hard.
Just take it.
I mean, you are also more than welcome to use your little bitty baby legs to go and shut.
I've got the camera blocking it.
I'm just offering solutions
That's
to
fair. I might get up in like a
someone
moment to
presenting
do that.
problems.
He's good. He's good. He's enjoying it. He's getting that vitamin D.
You
Vitamin
like
C.
it. Take that sun to the face.
I take vitamin D supplements.
I
So
mean,
it's
He said,
okay.
"I don't need the thing, man. I'll take
I bet
synthetic."
you do, Kyle. I bet.
I don't go outside a lot. I was told it was good for me to do it.
And then also, Kyle, kudos to you, man. I've been watching you from the side here, man. You've been here for a couple months working on your own art and such. So
Fun.
Thank you, I
finger.
appreciate it.
yeah, man, it's coming into your own here. It's been fun to watch. I was talking about you the other day. I was like, I'd like to see like a mirror of you in like 15 years or so. Just like he like really takes it.
I'll have
Just, you know,
to. I've
Yeah.
got some photos from like 3 years ago. I'll have to show you.
it's been fun. It's been fun.
It's a massively different from what I do now.
Oh, Fawn's coming in hot.
There we go.
Fawn, that tinkle was longer than 3 minutes. It's fine though. She's working
There we
on a Beauty and the Beast stained glass window piece.
So,
How's
for
that?
those of you that don't know, that is the enchanted rose. And when the prince gets cursed by the woman at the door that he turns away because of her ugly appearance, what happens is that rose slowly dies until his 21st birthday. And if all the petals fall off of the rose before the beast learns to love, everybody in the enchanted castle gets stuck in the little creations that the witch turned them into.
I'm just thinking of the Tim Dillon stand-up where he's talking about it's a movie about a bestiality. No,
That's a whole nother vibe, bruh.
it's a whole vibe, man. It's just
That's like
because
that's a whole other thing.
it's just because the candle says it's cool, you know.
Does it, though?
Sing some romantic songs, just do it. Go get with the dog. Go on. It's a messed up movie, dude.
That sounds
The dark
completely
side.
different
Yeah,
than the wonderful story that I was presenting
it's fine.
about a beautiful lady and a beast that can't love.
The beast can love.
Eventually, she had to break his icy shell, bruh. Have you not watched the like? Jeez.
I think you need to rewatch it, man. And
Rewatch it. I have a 4-year-old, bro. I will sing you the intro right now.
I'll sing it with you too. I'm not saying like
There
the
goes
4-year-old.
the finger with the strays like always. Hit me. What's the next line?
Dog, you got
The same old bread and rolls to sell. Like, what's after that? Every
win,
morning,
man.
just
you got
the
a
same.
4-year-old.
Okay, all right.
But how much are you like emotionally? You got to watch that movie so many times, you just look at it in a different light.
That was actually one of my faves when I was a kid as well. It was one of the extremely popular ones when I was in Disney Prime age.
Nice.
Um,
I was a Rescuers Down Under kid. That's my favorite Disney movie.
I did the Rescuers Down Under.
That
we did
one,
all
or maybe
Disney-
the Aristocats. That might be my favorite Disney movie growing up.
Aristocrats.
Everybody
Um,
forgets about the Aristocat.
I love the Aristocats, Vaughn. That's my
no,
favorite.
They're amazing. The Aristocats
What
are
about
great.
you guys remember Patrol in Central Park?
Tommy.
What about you, Kyle? Favorite Disney movie growing up?
Finding Nemo.
It's a good one, man. That's a sad movie.
Just did it.
I had
Yeah.
to think for a second if that was a Disney movie or not because I know very little on Disney.
Cartoon.
movies.
It doesn't have
It's
to
a
be Disney's
Pixar movie, and I think Disney owned Pixar at the time. So
Okay.
I think they're all the same.
I was thinking Pixar, but they do have a Finding Nemo thing at Disneyland, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that constitutes.
I think I cried at the theater during that. So I'm with you. It's a good movie.
I like all the colors and the scenery of little fishes.
You're also 12.
Thanks.
I'm sure you were younger than that when that came out.
Yeah, it was like 5.
Yeah.
Finding Nemo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was
I
like
was
12 when Finding Nemo
20.
came out. No, that movie came out a long time, man.
Hit me with a date. How you got the Googleizer? When did Finding fucking Nemo?
2001, I'm thinking. 2002.
2005 maybe?
The Googleizer.
So I was 20.
2003.
Yeah, 2003.
I was
Okay.
3.
I was 12 years old.
I was 19. Excuse me.
So I was 12.
We would have been best friends.
Yeah, we wouldn't, Kyle. You'd have been in diapers, and I would have had a good time. It would have been great.
Already at 19, huh?
Oh, bro, we partied hard. So yeah, the last Disney movie I saw in theater was probably Lion King.
Like the live action?
No,
No?
live action is trash and a thing of the new. What the fuck are you ruining my cartoons for? This is why. You're making this lion talk. That's not practical at all. You took the story out of it.
Well, they kept the story and they took all the facial expressions out of it.
No. So like, okay, part of believing in the cartoon is falling into that magical wonderland that is the animation. When you make it real life and now this cheetah's fucking talking to me, you lost me. I'm never going to talk to a real life cheetah.
Yeah.
I can't slip into that land. It's like watching Narnia. Okay. It's just a little bit different. You're like, I can't truly believe that. In a cartoon, you're able to suspend that reality and then suspend that realistic expectations of things that are going to happen. And they can go whoop, 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 whoop. They can't do that in live action. It just doesn't fucking fit. You know what I mean?
I feel it.
And
I mean, especially with
quit
like
changing my Disney movies.
yeah, well, especially with the
changing.
Lion King too. It's like
Quit changing them.
how you gonna do talking realistic animals? It's
They
it's
don't.
not.
They don't.
Yeah,
didn't.
They're
exactly.
just gonna put thought bubbles over them. The mouse
Just turn it
mouth
into a
does not
comic
move.
strip.
I mean, I did hear they're doing a live action Hercules. I could probably get behind that. But
Okay, I am gonna throw 19 temper tantrums right here in a row. Okay, all live action Disney is trash. There has not been one that was like, "Oh, job there." No, there. Every single one of them is trash. Why?
Because it's just a cash grab,
It's,
man.
it's,
Want
it's the
money.
same as the second, the third, and the fourth sequel to the movie that did okay. So they kept pumping more fucking money into it. It's why you've got the 13th run of the same series of cartoons. Like, it's just stop.
so is this a
let
new
things
thing, or is
die.
we just aware of this now that we're adults?
I think it's a marketing thing, and it makes my stomach hurt because you're just reproducing trash. And it's like the cartoon was great.
I think the marketing tactic has like evolved over the years
Why are
too,
you
because
doing
like
it?
back then they were just like, yeah, let's make good stuff. And now that they have it, it's like, cool. How do we make it again for as cheap as possible?
The whole culture of repeat drives me insane.
Yeah.
Why are we re-releasing? Why are we remaking? Why are we redoing? Like there's not enough stories in the world that you need to remake Point Break. It was perfect the fucking first time. Why'd you bring dirt bikes into this? The fuck a dirt bike got to do with Point Break? The answer is nothing. Okay.
It's extreme, bro.
It's dumb. You
For some reason, I thought you were going to bring up New Hocus Pocus.
Hocus
Talking
Pocus.
Hocus Pocus. I have not watched that because I refuse to ruin my childhood if that's bad. So, but everybody I've talked to has said they have loved the movie so much. So.
Okay. Yeah,
That falls under the category of it should have died. Why can't it just be a classic?
Well, it can be a continuation of the story because the witches never actually died. You know, they were kind of just vanished back the way they were in the 1800s. So I can see how they made a second one, but why did we make a second one?
That's where I'm at. That's exactly where I'm at. Yeah.
Why not
So
remaster
you
the
killed the
original one?
imagination of every other person that continued that story in their brain and gave them the narrative afterwards. Now it's different.
There's no happily ever after.
There isn't.
Hocus Pocus one, you know.
Hocus Pocus.
You took my happily ever after.
On your microphone's a little choppy chop.
Hmm. Well, I think this is all I got.
I wasn't mad in any way, shape, or form. I just wanted you to repeat what you said was all.
Oh, I've forgotten now.
Aw.
Oh, sorry.
Look what you've done, Ben.
Around and was
Not
trying
my
to
fault. That's the weed's fault.
It's the weed.
That's so sorry.
It's the technology.
You're doing some beautiful
Right.
work there, Fawn. So
Sorry.
gentle.
Yeah, I gotta not stare at the tattoo happening because sometimes we forget that we're supposed to be entertaining people with our words.
I found out that it's most people don't actually like to watch tattoos going down. Like, I don't know. Like a lot of people I've talked to are like, oh no, you like sit there and watch people get tattooed. I'm like, yeah, and I enjoy seeing the process and such. But a lot of people like associate that with pain themselves. Like, I can't.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not here to judge what anybody's into.
I mean, as someone who watches tattoos happening very often,
the
that's
fucking
kind of what you do here.
I'm saying,
Yeah.
I know this is.
I mean, you do kind of disconnect from the pain though a little bit.
It's the same as watching Bob Ross. It's the same as watching somebody put oil onto canvas. It's the same. I like watching somebody else art because I can't fucking do it.
Especially like
with
if you
guys,
appreciate.
I'm just realizing that we are the minority
Yeah,
as far as the
right.
public is concerned. Is like most people are like, oh man,
That's the beauty of this platform. It's for the artist, the collector, and the curious.
the curious. I'm like,
Very nice.
curious.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's grand scheme. I'm just a hanger on, bro. I'm not an artist. I don't paint. I don't do stick figures. Like
But you collect.
I do, but exactly.
Yeah.
That's just a
And we love you.
That's fair. So yeah, that's the whole point of this, is to find that niche in your groove.
Hey, Kyle, did you catch Robbie's show this week?
I did not. I was skipping through it a little bit, trying to when I was going to do titling and whatnot, but I did not watch the full thing.
So I went back and watched it either yesterday or the day before. I can't remember now. But he said a lot of really nice things about his conversation with Ben. So I just
That
thought
part
it
I
would be
did
kind-
hear. Yes,
Yeah,
I was.
watched that.
Yeah.
Ears getting a little red.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
It was
It
cool
was-
too
it
because he
was-
was saying like even he didn't expect it to go down that way at all. So
And
like
he was looking for the same affirmations, and it was
Yeah.
funny because just like we had talked about, when you are in a place where you're needing that style of information, it kind of just happens. If you want it to or not, something in the universe draws you towards the things that you're seeking, right? So he was in this state where he needed affirmation as well, where he was like kind of, I don't want to say doubting himself, because I don't know exactly the headspace he was in, but he wasn't feeling the best, and having that coming into his like dead on power. I don't know how else to say it. Because people in that type of mindset have to feel that, they have to be in that groove. It's not automatic. So like to step in with that kind of insight that fast, and to have that kind of be like, nah, bro, it's just to me was super like, oh, I'm not that fucked up. Other people are just as fucked up, and you've dealt with this shit before. So like I'm not that off kilter. But what it did for him was show like he's got this on the tip of his tongue, imprinted in his soul, and he's able to regurgitate that. And that was the affirmation he needed. So it was like it was kind of, I needed it too. I'm not going to sit here and act like I didn't enjoy it.
Nice team building exercise.
But it was really cool the way that we both got
mutually beneficial.
Yeah, simpatico.
No, it was really cool. My signal was super spotty last week, so I was just listening in because my video was garbage. But it was really cool just hearing you open up like that, Ben. You and I have had a lot of those conversations, just one-on-one, you and I. But when you started opening up like that, my jaw just dropped. I couldn't believe like how comfortable you were with Robbie and how comfortable you were, like your
at
story.
some point, this show gets turned into you kind of forget that you're recording, and we've all been on FaceTime, we've all been on Zoom before and had those conversations, and it just got to the point where it was like him and I were so zoned into each other. Like, I'm not going to say I forgot I was on a show, but he puts you right into that comfortability and frame of mind. I've never talked about my personal life on this show even. So to divulge that information all in one fucking chop when I drove away was kind of like, oh, whoa.
Little therapy session on the air, you know.
I just shared my entire life with a bunch of people. It's okay. It's okay.
Okay, it's a safe space, Ben.
Well,
We
I
won't
mean,
use.
it doesn't mean that every single person that opens this and hit plays is a safe place. YouTube's a crazy world.
Just don't check the comment section, you know.
I don't. Let me tell you, I don't. Nor do I care. The majority of people's opinion of me, I care very, very little of. But still, yeah, it was definitely a special episode for me. I'm not going to sit here and say it wasn't, but I definitely wasn't ready for it. I wasn't ready for him to just be like, oh yeah, well, and then check this thing out. Oh, by the way, and one more thing. And I'm just like, man, can you just talk about like the trees outside or something for a little bit?
Goddamn Ohio sunsets, man. Come on.
Fuck
So
it.
you should, had you been looking at the sun, you would have brought it up.
Probably not.
Probably not. That's fair.
I probably
Yeah.
just sat here and
And let it continue as
let the
it would've.
sun be the sun.
Yeah.
I've seen it my whole life.
Okay.
It's pretty cool. It happens every day. I love it. But yeah, like I don't.
That makes me sad.
Why?
It's just, I don't know. It just seems like a mindset of life. You know, every day is a little bit different, man. Even though it is the same grind every day, but it's like, geez,
You're what? 20,
31.
31?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It all gets just to be kind of the same.
Yeah.
It's
It's getting more beautiful each day for me. So that's why
proud
I
of you.
don't
I'm
know.
happy for you. It's not that every day is not the same. It's just I've kind of learned to appreciate different things in my day. I have a human being that smiles at me that I made, and things around me that I love more than the sun. I'm not saying that that's a diss on you in any way, shape, or form, but my focus in life has definitely shifted a fucking ton since having a kid. And I'm not saying I don't look at the sunset, but it's not what I'm searching for every day.
No, that makes me happy. It was what you were saying before. It was like you have no, you know, when you say that, it's different.
I mean,
you
I
know.
never. My life's pretty fucking cool. I never said it wasn't, but that doesn't mean just because my life's not cool doesn't mean I don't deal with shit just like every other person.
Yeah.
Like I'm not walking around in a pool of depression every day. But yeah, I don't know. I don't want to sit here and act like the sun's not cool, but just got other things I spend my love on.
Ben hates the sun. Just everybody knows
I
that.
do.
You know,
I wear the darkest sunglasses they make. I wear long sleeve shirts when the sun is out. I'm frequently in pants when everybody else is in shorts. I do a lot of hoods. Me and the sun don't get along. I got expensive fucking skin.
That's all fair. All fair.
What did you say? Fantastic.
She said that's fair.
Yeah. Not that I hate it. Grows plants, keeps us alive,
Right.
gives us that all needed D.
There is pills, thanks to Kyle.
Kyle made the pills.
Kyle,
I made the bills.
he made me aware that I can just get pills. I thought I had to drink Sunny D, so it's fine.
Yes.
The
Sun
almost orange juice.
You have to buy that.
I would put almost in quotation marks.
I didn't drip that in sarcasm enough, did I?
No, it was. I just I didn't.
Most orange juice.
Sunny D forever. That sounds actually awesome.
Okay, so the first time I ever consumed alcohol was Sunny D and vodka through a beer bong.
Sounds amazing, actually.
From that moment on, I cannot drink Sunny D. Everybody's like, what alcohol trips you up? And I'm like, no, motherfucking fake OJ. You know, every time I smell it, I'm like,
It's mixed in there.
I don't know. I was like,
Some kamchatka, just
probably. Wow. The stuff that if you put it in the freezer, it freezes.
Oh,
okay.
Then you pour out what's
Okay.
left and drink that. That's a true alcoholic trick right there, if y'all don't know.
You put it. That's how you know your kids are drinking your booze too. You know, put it in the freezer. So it's freezing up.
Oh, okay.
Eh.
Yeah.
We put ice in most of the time. A little water ain't going to that. Yeah.
No, if kids stealing your booze,
No, I'm with you. They put water back in it to mix it out. I'm just saying I wouldn't probably be that bad.
no, it freezes. They'll know you're drinking their booze. Shit. Cocksuckers in my booze.
Fair bet. I don't really keep liquor in the freezer anymore.
would be the most.
I used to
crotchety
back in the
father.
day, but like, was that fantastic?
Said Adam would be the most crotchety father.
What do you mean?
Just cause
You ordered those Hermanos?
I did. Okay, thank you.
Sitting in the.
Yeah, it just came a minute ago.
Oh, she's talking to somebody else.
Oh.
My brain just melted.
I
I was
did
like, what?
What are we saying about Adam?
What?
So what were you saying there, Fawn?
Corey came up to say that Dos Hermanos arrived. Oh, yeah, I just thought Adam would be a crotchety father. But he was like, hey, you kids, get out my booze.
Keep your feet off the couch.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
That's Adam.
I feel like that would be so hard. You have your kid. I couldn't imagine dealing with that in today's age. Like, when would you let your kid use a cell phone? Who do you let your kids hang out with?
I won't.
You know,
That's her easy answers. Never.
never.
When she can buy her own.
Like,
Okay. It's a
like,
fair
What
answer.
friends can I allow her to hang out with? Whichever fucking friends she makes.
Okay.
Because who am I to judge what she's into and what her friends are into? If she wants to be in a My Little Pony party, and just because I don't like My Little Pony doesn't mean we're not lacing up rainbows and pink tutus.
We're at My Little Pony right now. I'm
Right.
saying.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, no, that's my whole point. If she wants to be a ballerina, I'm into ballet. If she wants to be a painter, I'm a pawn that off on pawn. But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not up to me. It's to pick. It's up to me to encourage. So like, whatever friends she wants to have, because she finds interest in whatever they find interest in, is not my right to. It's my right to make sure she makes smart decisions. That's pretty easy, because if you teach consequence, it kind of makes that level out real fast. That was a dumb choice, huh? Yeah, you don't have to be mad. And it's actually like, I looked at parenting as this. It's going to be this super daunting, like I'm responsible for sculpting another human being, and it's really like, they just pick up on your cues, even up the things that I didn't want her to pick up about my bad habits and personality traits. She's gonna. So like, why not just be genuine and teach that instead of teaching this fake presentation? So it really just made it real simple. I just kind of kick it with my kid and talk to her like a person. And when she does dumb stuff, we talk about it. Like, hey, that was probably not the smartest move, was it, babe? No. Do you see why? Because you made this choice, and now this thing has to happen. You jumped in the pond. We got to leave. Like, you're soaking wet. You're going to die of hypothermia. So the choice you made was to jump in the pond. And now the reaction to that is we go. No, it's bad, but A plus B equals C. So it really just, it kept it pretty cut and dry. And my kid's cool as fuck. So I don't know if I did it right or if like what, but as a unit, we raised a pretty cool kid.
Nice.
Nice.
But yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of the opposite. I'm like, if you're not dying or bleeding or you're good, just kind of do you. But
I feel like that's kind of a good way to go about it, though, is like just teaching life skills and how to live in the world.
Well, I know my dad had kind of the same strategy as him. It's like we would come home and be like, we're playing with WWE, man. We're doing X,
right.
Limp Bizkit. My dad would be the first one to be like, all right, we're going to the WWE show,
Right, right.
It's like, it's not as cool that way, So if you kind of, because kids don't want to do what their parents say at a certain point, for sure.
And that's gonna happen. But luckily, I'm cool as fuck. So she's gonna be like, Dad, I'm sneaking out. I'll be like, okay, where you going? Do you need dropped off? Do you need a ride home? Like, what time? Like, are you guys drinking? Baby, if you're gonna drink, you can just call me and I'll pick you up, right? Okay, cool. Like, just have fun. Because I'd rather be open and honest and know that I'm the call than be the dick about where you going, what are you doing, or what time you coming. Wait, I don't know. That's how it was when I grew up. Where you going? Who are you with? Who's driving?
Yeah.
Who's in charge? What time you coming back? What's your contact point? What parent's going to be there?
Coke addiction by 19.
See? 19. You're giving me a lot of credit.
That's what you said earlier. I'm
Already at that point. So,
Oh, that's great. Kyle, I love it when you send it back. It's fantastic.
That was Adam.
Oh, was Adam? It's better.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's cool. Kids are cool. How do we get talking about this, and why do you guys let me ramble?
Because she said I would be.
That's also the point of what we're doing here.
It's fair. You guys know if you just get me high, I'll talk. That's all it is.
No, I would probably be an awful dad, Fawn. You're probably right.
Awful is not what she said.
She's grouchy, but the more I'm thinking about it, I'd be awful.
Crotchety.
Crotchety was the word that she used. That doesn't mean you're not going to be cool. It just means you're going to be disgruntled a lot.
You can be a cool crotchety.
You can be disgruntled behind closed doors. That's up to you.
Honestly, Adam, you're already a little crotchety without even being a dad. So, like, it's just kind of natural.
I'm a dick. I've grown into this curmudgeoned person. I'm fine with that. I'm crunchy. It's part of being Ben. But I will hug you when it's over. I'll look you in the eye and tell you that I love you. I'm abrasive, but like, it's not because I don't care. Is that fair?
It's fair.
I'm just particular. And I'm not afraid to express why I'm particular.
That makes you a unique human being.
Unique,
I admire
also-
that though.
Sometimes it also gets me in trouble because people think I'm just being a smart ass. And it's like, no, I'm just getting straight to the fucking point. Like, I don't.
Cut all the bullshit out.
Yeah, what's the point? I'm going to say exactly what I mean and mean exactly what I say. That way there's no misdirection. When I'm being an asshole, I'm going to swear at you and you're going to know I'm being rude intentionally. If I'm not doing those things, I'm just telling you exactly what I think in the moment. I have no problem being blunt with anybody. It gets me in trouble at work a lot because they try to invest emotions into business decisions, and it's like, y'all run that math.
Did you see the numbers though?
Understand your will and want to do these things, but there's this one thing on the desk that you all forget that you use. It's called the calculator. So it's one of those like,
I feel that. And we all need those people at work. All right.
meh. Whoa,
Sorry. I was updating.
Kyle's ready to play some
You
some
scared
Xbox.
Yeah, dude, I got fucking space pinball going on right now. You're gonna,
OG one.
yeah,
where you
dude.
control-
Yeah. You're gonna hear it fucking boot up soon.
So I think I had one of the first laptops ever in production. It's old as shit. It's the first model with like an actual color monitor, but it's like trash color. It's just after the green screen shit, right? And it has been in my old junk box forever. And I want to say last year I got it out, and that motherfucker still fired up and still played pinball.
Nice.
And I was blown away. And it wasn't even the asteroid pinball, like the new cool one. It was like OG pinball. And it just made my heart happy. It really did. My phone from 2 years ago doesn't work, but this archaic hand soldered piece of trash will fire and run still.
I just had to order a new phone the other day.
I did too as well.
I have the original Dell home computer,
Nice.
and it's like this still big bulky thing. But
Yeah.
it's like the first computer that you can bring home, and
Oh,
it's
yeah.
like it still runs up today, and you can put the floppy disk in there and
Love it.
play like doop,
Love
doop,
it.
doop, doop. So they made it to last back then
When
for
you had to
sure.
run DOS drive, when you had to load Windows to open. That's a foreign concept to a lot of people.
I was one of the AOL kids. That was my generation, where it was kind of that mix between the dial up and then just full blown like no more Radio Shack. It's all on your cell phone. Just
I'm just ahead of that.
yeah, you're just
I'm just ahead of that. So like we had phones, but they just called people.
What?
You could text, but it was a pain. And if you got more than like 6 words out, you were a wizard.
My first phone was a little flip phone.
It's like the Nokia.
Yeah.
My first phone probably was a Nokia 5190.
Nokia was like the only phone back in the day.
But it
Dude,
was-
I
it was
had
the
one that
next
was
step.
just like super thin, and it's like it didn't even like fold in half. There was just like a little overlay to go over the buttons to pretend it was an
Yeah.
MP3.
I definitely had a Nextel prepaid. That was like my first cell phone. So it was like the Nokia 4 Nextel. So like super old bricky box thing. Like you could run over it with a tank and it would still work when you were done. And I still to this day have that phone number. Like
That's actually pretty awesome.
still. People at high school were like, "Oh man, I haven't seen you. I don't have your number." It's the same.
No excuses, motherfucker.
I've always been in your Rolodex. You forwarded me 14 phones in a row now and still have not called. No, I don't care. I haven't called you either.
I remember
There's a reason we haven't talked.
You know what? I never really liked you. I'm sorry.
I remember when the iPod came out, and that was like the biggest deal. Like you were not cool because everybody had the CD player, and you were on the bus, and it would go over the pump, and it would
Yeah.
skip. And then so when the iPod came out, that was kind of like the first leap where everybody was like, "Man, if you don't have this shit, you're a loser.
I
You need to get
remember
on this." Like,
I remember downloading MP3s to my phone and then taking them from the phone to somebody else's computer and downloading it because you couldn't play it on your phone.
right?
But you could save the file and then you could download it from your phone to somebody else's computer. And that was like fucking wizardry.
Fucking Star Trek.
Like people were like, watch, I brought you a song on my phone. It maxed out all the memory.
It was Limp Biscuit, break shit.
And let's break stuff, sir.
It was rolling.
Explicit.
Limp Biscuit rolling, but a MIDI file.
I think we just found our cover band.
Limp Bizkit's cover band.
We'll call ourselves chocolate
No.
covered starfish. Or...
Hot dog. It would definitely be hot dog flavored water. Like if we were picking a name, especially from that title, I would be hot dog flavored water.
I feel like that's a good bowling pursuit.
Did we
Cover
not
band.
just talk about how curmudgeoned we all are? Like a chocolate starfish sounds delightful. I was for some reason want to lick it. But a hot dog.
Is it like a little coin or is it a 3-dimensional mold?
It's a little more.
Either way, it's going on my nose. You know what I mean? So
It looks like the one from Finding Nemo.
Oh,
Yeah. That'll be
peeling
our
off the glass.
all
no,
chocolatey.
that's not
Hot dog.
that's not what we're doing. Hot dog water, spin that well. Come on. Go ahead. Hot dog water. It's not hydrating. There's no electrolytes in that shit. It's salt,
salty.
lips and asshole runoff juice.
Oh,
Fawn's our drummer.
Yes, ma'am.
I was just making gross noises. Oh,
No, that's
That was
fair.
off.
Because
Because
it's
it was
true.
be the gefilte fish.
So, like, if we were gonna pick a name to suit our curmudgeoned togetherness theme, it would have to be hot dog flavored water.
flavored water.
Okay, I'll accept it. But I'm wearing a chocolate starfish shirt. So
That's fair. You can rep the chocolate starfish as much as you would like.
What's
That's
your
gonna be-
role in the band?
That could be your name. I'm just gonna call you chocolate starfish from now on.
I'm gonna do the synthesizer and
Okay.
then backup trombone when we need it.
There you go.
Yeah.
The
Get some
beauty
ska
of
covers.
Limp Bizkit was that it was really only a 3-piece. It was a drummer, a guitarist, and a DJ. Like that, I know that like every now and then they had other people playing instruments up there,
Yeah.
but like
The DJ did a lot of work up there.
that's all that band was. It was a backtrack, a drummer, and a Wes Borland carried that band on his shoulders.
Well, Fred Durst.
No,
That's
Okay.
the front man of the generation, dude.
I
Like,
tolerate Fred Durst and love him dearly. But like if we're talking about what made that band a band,
It was a
they
guitarist.
would not have gotten into any fucking show as a drummer and a DJ with Fred Durst because the guitar gave him edge. The guitar gave him a genre. The guitar gave him a place to find their audience.
This is more your time, so I'm gonna trust you for sure.
Yeah,
I
bro.
just know for me as a 9-year-old kid, Fred Durst coming up there, like,
Yeah.
yeah. That's like, I
I've-
love the man.
I've
so.
seen Limp Bizkit more times than I care to admit.
Wasn't
Saw
he
them
like
at
an
Ozfest
actual
when I
good
was a really
musician as
little
well?
kid.
Amazing. Same
Yeah.
with Kid Rock. I think I've seen Kid Rock like 10 times. Not because I went to see Kid Rock, because he was always playing with the person I wanted to see. And it was like he plays every instrument on stage. He gives every ounce of energy he has while he's up there. And to watch somebody with that level of musicianship on that level of professional is insane to me. I don't give a fuck if you're up there playing the spoons. If you travel the world playing spoons, I'm in. And if you're up there just repping the white trash like your life depends on it with every soul of your ounce of being, I'm there for it, bro. I'll drink a Busch Light with you. I
I'm
don't
there
even
for it.
like beer.
I would
but-
still like an apology to Joe Dirt, though.
No. Without a villain, Joe would not have succeeded. That's the point of the fucking movie.
Life was the villain, and he still succeeded.
Right. So he would have stayed comfy without him being a dick, right? He wouldn't keep pursuing and being like, oh yeah, that's why she likes me. I'm special. I'm Joe fucking Dirt. Because she's like, oh, he picked me over this guy, and this guy's supposed to be the tough dude. It's the whole point of the movie. That movie's so deep. Joe Dirt's fucking therapy. If y'all have not dug into that,
Have you seen Joe Dirt?
I've not.
Oh, fuck.
Kyle.
it's something to throw at you now. You're over. I need 5 squishy balls.
Young, he can be forgiven,
Look at you.
but you should watch Joe Dirt. Kyle, have you ever seen Roadhouse?
No.
I realize a lot of people under the age of 25
I'm
have
see.
never seen
The thing is,
Roadhouse.
I'm also just not a big movie person. So it's
Nor
like
am
it's
I.
double.
These are cinematic classics.
These are
I've seen
like-
Hot Rod.
like 80s doesn't
Okay, you just became my hero.
Okay, cool.
He said, my name's Adam. I like to party.
I do like to party.
I do like to party.
Yeah, man, that's kind of a must.
Yeah, I recommend it. It's David Spade's best movie, probably.
Um,
As I say that, there's other movies that are really good.
Did you ever watch Point Break?
So you probably like the one with
Back on
the
Point Break again.
I haven't seen
motorcycles.
either.
I
Ben, you're
give
my
you
hero.
very simple and few instructions. This is like goddamn life advice, and you just tossed it off the shelf like a fucking cat in a glass of water. You just didn't want that shit. You didn't want it around you. You didn't want to hear it. You didn't give a fuck.
I said fuck you. Yeah.
What's a more iconic movie, Point Break or Roadhouse?
I'm giving it to the break. Keanu Reeves, fuck. Peaceways, fuck. Red Hot Chili Peppers, fuck. What else do you need?
I like the confidence. I'll give you that.
It is quite literally my favorite.
Roadhouse does have Sam Elliott, man.
I'll give you that. And the slide guitar player,
The slide guitar player. Yes.
he in real life is a badass slide
He is a
guitar player.
blind person too
He
in
is-
real life.
He is actually blind, and he is actually fucking amazing. Still tours. The last I knew, I haven't looked him up in a while, but yeah, he used to play a lot of blues.
Fawn, we're gonna need a final vote from you on this.
Roadhouse or
Oh.
Point Break?
So, so you guys know my friend Siobhan. She's joined us on the show before.
In
She
Dutch?
has a particularly soft spot for Patrick Swayze. So I think
It's in
her
both movies, so
watching Roadhouse.
He is a little more supple in Roadhouse. I'll give you that.
he's doing yoga.
Like if I was basing my, if the one I find Swayze sexier in is definitely Roadhouse. I'll give you that. He's just a dirty surfer in Point Break. But like he's built his effort. Like you gotta dig deep to understand why he's a dirty surfer. So like I get it. Heartthrob-ish, fair bet.
I need to
I'm with
revisit
you.
Point Break because I have not seen that one in a decade, but I'll watch Roadhouse once a year. I swear. Roadhouse. You're watching
Uh-oh.
Roadhouse, Kyle. It's on Netflix. So,
Okay.
yeah.
Would you please hand me the lighter?
Hell City Lighter. You know,
Mhm,
you can buy them online.
I paid $2.50 for this at the festival.
Support Derb.
And could you please also hand me that ashtray?
Ooh.
These two things make me extremely happy, and I greatly appreciate you.
The ashtray you cannot buy online.
You
But
cannot. This is handmade quality shit here.
It's fine.
Nice.
I need an ashtray for over here now.
You get nothing.
do
You
here.
can suffer in silence.
Thank you.
Corner there, man. It's kind of nice. I'm glad they gave that to you.
So far, it's working out good.
Even though I think you should be like right in front of us.
That we did throw around that idea. I don't know. We'll see how things evolve.
Because I know there's a picture of you in the corner, but I still generally want to look
Yeah.
over at you because I don't know. I like seeing your eyes.
So we should totally black them out, put them behind a curtain so you're not tempted to look.
That could be a thing. I don't know.
Kyle, we're putting you in the other room.
Well, there was originally two curtains here, so we could just like shut the one that I'm behind, and then have like the one that I'm already. in
Pay
front of.
no attention to the man behind the curtain.
Do you know it was funny too? Because there was a gap that's like this big between the two, so I just like tucked away in this little gap
Oh.
right here.
You are the Wizard of Oz. We appreciate you.
Oh,
I just thought it was really funny.
you're so cute. Over there, just in your little booth, just being a little helper.
It's my job.
You are an amazing helper. I'll throw it out there. I give you a lot of shit, but I love you.
Thank you. I try.
Breathe.
Yeah, that one got me. It got me in my soul. That cough came from my toe.
Need some water for that one.
My body is shutting down. I am tired as F. The past few days at my job have been extreme manual labor in comparison to the desk job that I normally work. So my body is revolting against me right now.
Revolting.
Could ask Derb
against-
to use his hot tub.
I haven't had time to use the hot tub. I pretty much have it open, and I live fairly close to there. And he's like, anytime, just pop on by. And I would do that. It's finding the half hour to
Get over there. and
facilitate said soak. But it's
The
probably
Ahsoka time.
it's probably gonna happen. It's probably gonna happen. I feel rather broken. Oh, look at that. Put the long pass. You know what we should do? We should get one of those extendable, like
Cruella DeVille type.
just no, like the extracting, like old pointer magnet style, and then put roach clippies on it.
It just passes that way. Okay.
Like a selfie stick, but
Right.
smaller.
I like the idea of a little
What
train
are
that's
you-
going around.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
What are you, Kyle?
This is why I said I need an ashtray over
What are
here.
you doing?
I'm ashing on a paper towel, dude.
You know what that makes?
Fire?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. There's a tiny hole already in it. Been okay.
God damn it. No, I bent over to get the Guy Atchison books, and my back was like, "Hey, bro, remember that you're broke?" It's like,
Are you stretching during the day?
Bubby, my whole day is a stretch. I stretch to get this, and I pick it up and I carry it, and then I stretch to get this, and I pick it up. And
I'm in a real stretch though.
yeah, I live.
Get that
in
pigeon
stretches.
pose and
Good.
My
Little
body's-
YTA.
I'm used.
child's pose to pigeon.
I'm used to my body being broken. It's nothing new.
Adam long pass.
All right, so do you know what I want to talk about?
What do you want to talk about?
That motherfucking thing I sent
Oh, that abomination.
to our Instagram
Yeah.
inbox. So could you pull that up? Because
Yeah.
Fawn,
You mean this thing right here?
oh, he had it set and ready because he knew
Oh,
I was gonna
dude.
bitch. Fawn,
Wait, how many
What?
needles is that?
Fawn. The fuck is this? You can't see this thing, okay? It is.
it one of
a-
12 mag.
It looks like it's the guy's about to shave, but those are
it looks like he's
It doesn't
got,
say
like,
on the post, but I think it's like one of those
edgers.
123 mags.
123 mag that he's dipping into a cut off fucking plastic bottle.
Look at that. You can't even pick up all the ink all the way in
You
one
can't.
shot.
What is the point of using something that big? And can you actually use precision, or is it worth having that?
they're blacking the fuck out of somebody.
Yeah, but like still, isn't that like how at what point is that not abuse?
Well, it's funny that you say that because is this abusive tattoo or is this one of the other pages?
All
Because
this
like
is a picture of somebody dipping this into what did they have made an inkwell for. This is the largest mag I've ever seen. It's literally the size of a set of hair clippers.
That's what I thought it was hair clippers at first. But
This is from an artist who does blackout. So just like whole arms.
it feels like they just they don't like their client that day and they're just trying to get it done fast. I don't know.
Is that actually faster though? Can you properly apply proper coverage and proper saturation and stuff the envelope or whatever the fuck you wizards do to make
So-
that stuff stay in there with that many needles?
so I feel like you've got to be using an appropriately powerful machine and you've got to be running it very slow to get it to saturate appropriately with those big needle configurations.
The machine
if
setup
you-
looks nice. They got the true tape and everything, you know.
If you want to pull up
it-
the file, it's called Abusive Tattoo, ABUSEV.
I don't want to pay any credit to anything that has abusive tattoos.
It's actually an
Fucking
amazing
tattoo.
page.
Yeah, this is a
Sounds-
really this is like if you're doing large blackout work, this is like one of the, in my opinion, this is somebody I've followed for quite a while, and they're actually building the like mega huge needles that we're talking about, and then machines to push those mega needles. But the whole technique is a little bit different in the way that they approach things. You know, they're not using these big needles in medium and large tattoos. They're using these big needles in like entire swaths of the body, you know.
I hear you, but is opening up that much skin at one time that beneficial? Are you actually doing it correctly with that large of an instrument?
Most people know, and that's why I'm pointing out the people that I think are doing it right. Have a good night, man.
Dude.
But I think like I said, I think it's a combination of like a powerful enough machine to push it nice and slow and consistently. But like for me,
Sorry,
does a
you're
bigger
good.
needle necessarily mean faster? No. Like I cover a lot of ground with a relatively small needle most of the time. So
It just looks way more abrasive.
I'm saying I've never seen you use a very large needle on me, Fawn. So
yeah, like a 15
just-
is usually the biggest I use, which is I like today I'm using a 9. That's kind of my go-to.
9 seems to be the go-to to most artists, I feel like.
Yeah, 9 or 11 seems like a solid like medium grouping. But I can cover a lot of ground, but I can also still cut in and get real nice tight detail with a 9.
I just think that my willingness as a client, if I watched you set that up, I would high five you and just put my fucking whatever we were working on cover back on, clothes, shirt, pants, whatever, and be like, you know what, bro, that looks like not fun. And
That's like a legitimate shovel.
I don't want anything to fucking do with that.
I think because
Have a
it's such a
good-
popular
have a good
fad
day.
right now, there's probably going to be a lot of repair blackout work in many tattooers' near futures. I think a lot of
How
people
you
are
feeling
going
that?
to expensive,
sorry, go ahead.
large groupings and just pair people up with them.
I just hope they're not readily available to the general public, so Scratch City gets a hold of these fucking.
They'll be
They're
sold at the next Ink the Bay.
No, they are incredibly expensive. So like your average scratcher isn't going to spend that kind of money on these. They're really, really
I am happy to hear that.
How is she enjoying that elbow ditch?
we're actually above the ditch, but Jen's a trooper. She sits really, really well no matter what we're doing.
Don't speak for her.
Oh, that's good. Fawn numbed me for the first time, and that was awesome.
Yeah, Jen's never experienced Zensa, so we blew through
You
these
guys use
lines.
Zensa, you said?
Yep, this is her first Zensa experience. Her first pre-num at all. It
I'm gonna go ahead and
takes
throw
like
this
an
out
hour
there.
soaking,
I'd
but
let
you think it was
Zensa sponsor my life. You know,
There's a company in Canada called BioSense. Clinic are my favorite.
yeah.
Chef's kiss.
I fully support BioSense as well. I love that stuff. When I got my armpits tattooed by Guy, we actually, for the sake of experimentation, we did one side with the BioSense,
Yeah.
and then the other side we did with the Zensa. And the Zensa, I was really, really shocked because I'd been using the BioSense for so long. But the
What
Zensa
artist was
is
doing what armpit though?
Guy.
The
Both?
one artist doing both?
Yeah,
was a
like
very
Guy.
Oh, I
great
thought you,
answer.
I thought you were
And
talking.
then-
Sorry.
No, Guy did one day, and then the following day we did the other side. So, but it was like a side by side comparison. We did the BioSense first, and then the Zensa. I got just as long of a like numb time out of it, but with the Zensa, it's so much easier to reapply mid session. Like you can put that over top of like open tattooed skin, and it still works just fine. So that's something where like I'm not saying you can't do that with the BioSense or BioEvolve, but it's much trickier because it's more like a cake batter consistency rather than like a lotion consistency. But they both work incredibly well. The tricks are the same. You want to use them very liberally, and you want to almost use too much, and then cover it and seal
Piece in the
it.
cake.
If it's not dripping off, you didn't do it right. Yeah, Zensa could sponsor my life. I'd let it happen.
Just get
Your
you
whole life?
t-shirts, get you a car,
Yeah, I'd stick her up.
tattoo my forehead.
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
Nice Zenza bottle right on your forehead there.
I'm just thinking of the Community episode where they hire, his name is Subway. He's like, I am Subway. Like, no,
So
I
listen
know
to
it's
this,
very
what this
random.
TikTok sent you guys. So I get here last week, And actually, I'm not even here yet. And I get a text from Adam, says something about he's at the shop. And then we realize that he's at the shop on the wrong day. Fortunately, my client that I had scheduled that day was awesome and had availability the next day. So she flip-flopped him appointments. But like a ding dong, and on the wrong day.
Yep, I do that.
He comes
I'm not very
in,
smart.
He's got like the biosens on him. It's all like soaking in and cellophaned and wrong day.
Wah, wah. That's a metaphor for my life, on. I'm glad you brought that up. But
Yeah, but
I'm just a day early usually.
Just a day early.
We had a great
usually.
Mary and I had
Better
a
than a
great
day
time.
late.
So yeah, it worked.
The
out
lady
good.
was very nice and agreed to switch, so I appreciate her. I believe her name was Mary. Thank you, Mary.
Yep. Colorful hat that I wear sometimes. It's like mostly green, but it's got all different colors. Anyway, she made that for me. So shout
That
out
was
to
very
the
nice
awesome
of her.
knit hat. It's one of my favorites. When my hair was so long, all of my dreads could fit inside of it. So not that those things matter to everybody. They matter to me.
So Fawn, I'm growing the hair out again. Are you gonna grow your hair out and do the dreads?
It'll probably be a while before I have dreads again, but I'm definitely growing it back out.
Okay. We'll mark it.
I mean, I kind of have a little ponytail. Like it's like a fake ponytail. It's not like a real ponytail yet.
Right,
But
Fawn.
kind of what?
Can we be samurais for Halloween?
Baby samurai?
Who are you gonna serve?
Ghostbusters? Oh wait. That's who you're gonna
I could be a
oh.
samurai. I was just
Busted,
earlier,
make me feel good.
we're talking about a Halloween party coming up, and I always like cop out and just paint my face like a sugar skull, which is like the laziest thing I could possibly do. It's like dressing up, but not, because it's like it takes me like 15 minutes and to make my face look like a skull, and I don't know. It's just a cop out. It's just
my
a major
go-to is
cop
the
out.
lumberjack. I just take my hat off. Like, yep. Lumberjack. Are you gonna tell me I'm not?
We're doing a Harry Potter theme this year, so I'm going as Dobby.
I'm
Nice.
going as invisible, bitch. You don't see me.
For a long time, I used to not dress up at all either.
It's fun.
I was just in a phase where I hated life and everything. So
It's all darkness.
Let's not do that this year, Ken. Let's not hate life. Do you
No.
want to come trick-or-treating with me?
I'll go trick or treating with you.
Okay, it's gonna be all right.
He's like, I'm stealing all the Reese's.
My kid shares. I'm like, baby, can I have some candy? She's like, what do you want? I will open it for you and feed you. Pop Reese's.
Reese's?
I got extra. I don't even like peanut butter anymore. It's your favorite. Here you have it. I think you underestimate how fucking amazing my child is. But yeah, I didn't get to go trick-or-treating as a kid. Like, I didn't go until I was like an adult with a child.
Our parents just set us loose. Go have fun, kids. In our neighborhood, everybody passed out candy. It was all nice.
My parents went to the church to pray for people that came there.
Oh,
Because they did like the trunk or treat thing. So they lured in the city kids with like candy bars, and then they tricked them with Jesus. But so it was our job to stay at home and hand out the Bible tracts.
I used to have one of those down the street from me when I was a kid.
Yeah, they got you, didn't they?
No, they
They
didn't.
made you feel ashamed for being alive, didn't they? So like, yeah, I didn't get to do that much. So it was really cool as a kid to watch her be like, I can't make candy.
so my uncle worked for 7-Up, so he would give everybody a can of pop. Like, you want root beer or
That's
a sun kissed, or
That is
like,
a weapon.
give the kids all candy.
My pillowcase, my sun kiss. I'm gonna whip your ass and take your candy. Yeah.
There was somebody on my street that gave out giant pixie sticks every year, and that was a very kind gentleman right there. Just,
Here's a tube of sugar.
here's a tube of sugar, kid. Have a good day.
It's Halloween. Have fun.
I remember a point where you can actually take homemade goods and stuff from people, but that's completely gone now.
See, here's what I don't understand. Do people realize how fucking expensive drugs are?
Right? Yeah.
Do you think I'm wasting that shit on your fucking kid who's just gonna
Exactly.
go to sleep?
I will take that candied apple, please.
Oh, he ate that shit. You think I mixed it up? it's
The
expensive.
only trick or treaters it's for is for my
I'm
friends.
sure they found one piece of candy with a syringe in there
Never,
by the CIA, and they're
Never-
like, all the candy is
never-
planted with drugs.
never
So,
one time have I found drugs in the candy because I'm like, I'm ready to fucking party.
no, I'm saying they haven't found, but I'm sure at least one time it's happened to some fucking crazy person. We are human. We do crazy things.
I hear the words you're saying. I understand your point. And people are dumb. I concur, right? But like drugs are expensive. And nobody hot dosing your kid. That shit's expensive. You can't do that to the whole neighborhood.
It's funny though.
Maybe bro, you're like,
You're saying we don't
I
have
don't know.
to
I
check
just,
it anymore?
I'm not saying don't check the candy. People are weird. I get it. But like,
That's my candy.
How do you go about checking the candy?
Just
make sure it's sealed.
sealed properly.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah.
It's opened up or like look for like a
Should have thought about that one for a second.
I use a
There's-
microscope and a magnifying glass. I
there's a
check
place
for
where you
the
can go
puncture
and get
wound.
your candy scanned too, like through an X-ray. Like it's a thing.
I
Like,
run it by my
What,
magnet.
like the airport.
I'd probably
I just try to pass it through security at the airport when I fly.
Well, I'm like, I'm traveling on Halloween, so they've got, each store's got their own little trick or treater section.
let me get some of that.
This is
It's gonna cost you a starburst there, sir, to get through security. Favorite candy bin.
candy.
Candy. I'll give you two. Top two.
Readily available or like favorite candy?
We'll make this easier. We'll give you a Mount Rushmore of candy.
What's that mean?
You get 4.
That's too many choices.
It's a lot of candy, dude. You'd be surprised.
I don't eat I don't eat a lot of candy. Start with that. But like readily available, like if I'm buying like hard candy and shit like that, I'm probably buying butterscotch candies.
Butterscotch, like the Werthers.
Mhm.
Mm.
That goes. I like the cheap butterscotch candies just as well. But I'm 105.
That's
so
what I was about to be like. What are you?
Dude, but they're
90, bro?
so
Like,
good.
I always have butterscotch. Like my travel backpack still
My,
stocks.
my grandmother always had those, like
butterscotches.
the cream filled ones, like
Ugh.
where they were like
I
half.
gotta bring cream into this.
They were like cream, but they were like
Ugh.
half hard on the outside and then like
Ugh.
soft on the insides. Yes.
Sounds like you. Yeah, right.
My grandmother was a whore. It's fine. That's
No,
what it-
no, that's not nice.
I'm a
Who'd
chewy
you
caramel
want
kind of
of it?
person. Nice, just like a nice little bar,
Mm,
just chew on that.
I don't have back teeth. That's what I want. No, I like caramels.
Caramels.
So, do you know the difference between a
Caramels.
caramel and a caramel?
Tell
One
me.
has cream and one doesn't.
Caramel is a candy. A caramel is a sauce.
Oh, okay.
Aren't they both candy though?
No, a caramel is a candy. A caramel is a sauce.
It's gonna be a candy.
A
Like
candy sauce.
hot fudge is still candy, dude.
No,
Even though it's
not.
hot.
It's fucking hot.
It's hot fudge.
It's chocolate.
It's a chocolate
What's the
sauce.
candy?
Like
What came first, the chicken or the egg, man?
depends on your theories of evolution. See, I believe that chicken once was a dinosaur. And so
Dinosaurs were.
I
no
don't
chicken
think that either.
Eat.
So, did you know that you can reverse engineer chicken's DNA to make them look like to your exes?
Has somebody done
Wait.
that? Like
Yeah,
some Chinese
absolutely.
billionaire?
Fucking Google that shit, Kyle. Pull it
Kyle,
up.
bring that up, please.
T-Rex chickens. They're
This is more important than Atlantis, Kyle. Come
they're
on.
horrifying, and I'm sure they has something to do with tattooing.
Jordan Ruckus has been painting
Yes, there you go. Bring
been
it right back.
painting dinosaurs as far as
Good job bringing it back.
bring it back. They've been amazing.
Tattoos come back. You can blame it all on.
So I'm waiting on Jordan to do a back piece on somebody with a giant T-Rex or something like that.
I would let Jordan do a T-Rex back piece on me.
So somebody hit up Jordan Ruckus.
Oh, my back's tattooed. Sorry, J Doggy. I'd let that happen though. I'd totally.
It's gonna happen. Somebody's gonna hit him up. My phone's ringing in the background, fellas.
Kyle.
That's not
It's
me.
all Kyle's fault.
Kyle, how did you let this happen? How?
It's gonna end before I get over there. So I'm
Oh
just gonna
yeah.
let it go.
Why wouldn't you know?
That is the theme song from the original Dragon Ball.
Oh, like I didn't know that. Like I didn't fucking know that. You had to like throw that in my face like I'm some old fuddy duddy over here. Like I just didn't. Yeah, I had no fucking clue, bro.
People ask, it's fine. I used to have the.
Do they?
They do.
Oh,
I don't know.
yeah. That's. I'm never once scared to be like, hey, what is that?
Really?
Sorry.
Do you have like an Imperial March come on for somebody? You know?
Wow.
No.
Okay.
I can't tell
I
you the
got
last time I cared what my ringtone was. I think mine's still on the factory fucking
I
default.
have a
Like,
ringtone for every person that calls me.
I used to care.
I
Then I
also
realize
find
3 people
defaults.
call me and it tells me who it is when I look at it. But yeah, it's a lot of work. Hey, you got fucking T-Rex?
I
chickens,
do,
bro?
yeah. I know. I was struggling to find it because all I could find is like stupid Photoshop gifs of them.
Fair, but
Is this it?
That's a chicken, dude.
But he's got arms. Is that not?
no, that's not exactly what I'm talking about.
Okay.
That's close. They literally have like chickens that look like little baby T-Rexes.
Chicken baby T-Rex.
Terrifying.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
I've now decided that Fawn's going to do Aristocats sleeve on my other arm. It's going to be amazing.
It's the aristocrats.
Oh, it might be this.
It might be Kyle. I don't want mites. I need a little harder trying for me.
Is that more what you were thinking?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Little baby T-Rex.
That's a little baby T-Rex
Yeah.
chicken.
For reference, this is what I kept finding. This shit like this.
Okay, fair.
So it was a little hard.
Actually, I like
That's a
that statue.
Cockosaurus Rex right there.
Yeah, here you go.
I don't suggest googling that, but that's exactly what that is.
So searching that term brings up a lot of this,
Oh,
Yeah.
that's cute.
but we found it.
So yeah, it happened. It was a thing. So yeah,
It's pretty cool.
I think that what came first was a reptile.
Okay. Evolution, man.
Yeah.
I guess if that's the path you're taking.
Fawn, what was that movie we watched about evolution the other day?
Was it called Evolution? The other day.
What did we watch? Tell me more.
It was a documentary. It was basically about just
She's like, I was tattooing, bro. I was.
she put it on, man. I don't know.
Was it I Am? Did we watch that together
Yes.
with Tom Shadyac? Was it that one? The director of Bruce
like-
Almighty?
Yes, that was the one.
Yep, it's called I
Did
Am.
you
I actually
cry?
bought it.
I
It's
Am.
called
Oh,
I Am. But they were talking about evolution on there a lot, where they were talking about the survival of the fittest, how that gets brought up about Darwinism a lot. He said that Darwin only mentioned that twice, but he mentioned love and compassion like 150 times or something like
That's
that.
funny.
But they only mention that usually when we talk about evolution, like, oh, only the strong survive, but no,
No,
the
generally the pack survives.
yes, the compassionate, loving group. But there's this
That's actually
misconnection today. I feel like, I don't know. But that documentary was very interesting, fun.
The point that documentary was making in that point was that we were designed to cooperate and we were designed to have love and compassion for one another. And it wasn't necessarily survival of the fittest that like what allowed us to evolve and what has allowed us to prosper and what has allowed us to be this strong force on the planet is our cooperation. You know, it's when we fight and when we compete, that's when we become separate from one another. And that's where we become divided and we become less powerful. It's a pretty rad movie. I highly recommend that everybody watch it. Like I nerd out about it. And then once you actually watch it, it's like, oh, this is good. And I should watch it 3 or 4 more times right now.
Right now. Get your shit straight.
Put it on loop.
Jen, you know what we're watching next.
Got it.
You got it. She's like, I'm stuck here, but on whatever the fuck you are.
You're in charge.
You're
I'm
stuck
gonna sit
and
here and I'm gonna
We're
sit here and
watching.
wince.
I will concentrate.
it's actually delightful. It's very pleasant. Got amazing uplifting music all throughout. Some of the speakers and philosophers that he had join him to make this are pretty astounding. So highly, highly recommend.
So it's the opposite of what we normally watch.
We have an appointment this month, don't we, Fawn?
We do, but it's going to be really close to the one you've got coming up with Corey too. So we might have to talk about that and adjust it. But
Live La Vida Loca.
I like this guy's style, man. 3 appointments in a week, baby. Let's go.
Oh, I've done it. Like I've dressed.
That's how you get. That's the only way you can get a bodysuit. I feel like, man. It's
It's
just
the only way. I mean,
Time and dedication.
time.
yeah, just keep going back. Taking years off. Taking years off.
Taking like 3 months off.
I've done that.
I feel like that's the most I've done since I've started getting tattooed. It's like 3 months. It's the most I've given my body to be like, yeah, you're cool, bro.
Tattoos are expensive and I'm old.
I usually go a year in between tattoos.
I'm single and I have a good job, so it's out for me.
It's nice.
I mean,
single and a good job. Keep bragging like that, you won't be for long.
there goes my tattoo money. Now.
I hear you had extra funds, sir. I need dined and wined.
Would you like to go on a
shoed
pumpkin
and
ride?
First. No. Thank you. I'd date you.
I'm nice.
I'd let you take care of me. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I'll go to a pumpkin patch with you, Ben. We'll go
I
pick
just-
out a pumpkin afterward.
You're
and
too
then-
late. I went to the pumpkin patch last weekend.
What?
Damn,
Where
you
was
got
the
there
invite?
early, bro. You got there real early.
Already ran that game. So
Get the hayride going. Get the cider.
you got to step up. You want to swing with me? Fall happened, and I was like, "Hey, there's a patch. It's got gourds and shit.
Just give a week into October, man.
Let's
before-
go up."
You know,
Hey, get there before everyone else does, man.
Delay the inevitable.
more orange in the leaves.
You're full of shit. You're in a field.
There's a chart too. They'll get
You're in a field. You're in a field.
Is there-
There are no trees.
Damn it.
It's a fucking pumpkin patch. They grow on the ground where there's not trees.
There were trees at my pumpkin patches.
Yeah, I always
Well,
want
they
cool
suck.
trees, dude.
I'm
It was actually a farm that was like kind of out in the middle of the woods. Kinda sorta.
Aren't most of them.
You know what? Good point. Yeah.
There's not a lot of suburban
No.
farms anymore. There's a few, but
I mean, suburban pumpkin patches.
So if anybody wants to go to a pumpkin patch with me, hit me up. You know, it's fine. We'll go to pumpkin patch.
867-5309.
Dude, I've
Give
seen
Adam
like
a
the
buzz.
in the city fucking pumpkin patch. You know, a little pop
There's
up.
a couple. There's one in
on a square.
Delaware that's really nice, and there's one in Reynoldsburg that I don't know is this is nice, but I know there's one
There's
in
a
Delaware,
pumpkin patch in Reynoldsburg.
like right outside. Yeah,
How do you not know?
I remember going.
That's where I live.
That's
years ago.
yeah. How do you not
Like
know?
that's right down the street from me. I can see Reynoldsburg from my house. I know of no patch of pumpkins. I had to drive to bumfuck Egypt to find a patch of pumpkins.
That sucks. It's not a good one. I don't think there's hay rides or anything at the one in
The fuck are you trying to sell me here, son?
Just a pumpkin?
Yeah, it's just a pumpkin, dude. Okay, sure. Just a pumpkin.
He said, "I need the cider press." All right, I need
Man, we rode a hay ride.
exactly. That's what I'm looking for. The hay
We did
ride.
it. There was a train. There was like 7 different kinds of slides. There was a bunch of games. What else do you need in life?
That sounds pretty perfect.
Hey, kettle corn?
Did you watch the sunset?
No.
There was one in California in Ventura that was like right off the freeway, and it had all sorts of like blow up slides and shit.
Yeah,
That sounds awesome.
my kid had a
All
blast.
about like a small fair or something like
We
that.
all
or
had
like-
a good time. It was marvelous.
Happy for you.
I was happy for me.
It's great.
Yeah.
So we've established that Ben has the best life out of all of us here.
Ben's truly living gold.
Why would I went to the pumpkin patch? If you're that envious of the pumpkin patch, bro,
You have a
we-
loving daughter
we
and
need-
the pumpkin patch.
we need to prioritize some things for you.
I think it's that the pumpkin patch brings you that much happiness.
Is that what brought me happiness? 'Cause I don't give a fuck about pumpkins.
With that hayride and the sunset,
There was no,
Magical.
there was no
Hey, Ron,
sunset.
the sunset, dude. I'm with
Y'all,
him.
y'all keep looping back to this thing that's not.
it's called a callback.
It's callback.
It's called a.
Comedy 101.
Is it? Is
I
it
would-
Kyle?
I don't know.
Isn't
Kyle,
Comedy 101
it-
make them laugh?
Well, I mean, there's like multiple chapters within 101.
Is
Come on
there?
now.
Is there?
Is there?
Wouldn't
You-
that be 102? Wouldn't that be the second chapter? I'm not a mathematician. I didn't go to college. You tell me.
I was only in college for 2 years, and that was for music.
That's way more than I did. I lived on campus when I should have been going to college.
Learned how to do a keg stand. Real nice.
No, I've always drank liquor.
See, I
I gave up keg stands in high school. See,
Dude, I
think
work at a bar, man. I don't drink very much. I see what happens when you drink a lot. So it's just
again I worked at a bar in high school that like same gig. It was like, I don't think this is the life for
it's
me.
not the life, man. Like,
You guys do this every day?
every day.
You're just pickled, huh? Okay.
Every day.
I'll just save it for parties and shit. Fun.
Fawn, you got any fun Halloween tattoos coming up?
I mean, I don't really have any specific Halloween tattoos, but Jen's got a pretty cool Tim Burton giant leg piece that we've been working on. I've got another client named Justine that's got some super creepy Halloween-y kind of stuff, but I don't really have anything creepy in the right now. I've got a whole bunch of Alice in Wonderland stuff that I'm working on right now, and I'm excited about all of it.
Nice and creepy.
Like, yeah, a whole wave of creepy
Psychedelic.
stuff. One of them's creepy, the others are all kind of psychedelic. But
I know the project you were working on with Joey Benitez. I was excited about that. Have you seen him in a while?
oh, I've got an appointment coming up with
Jojo
him
Bean.
November. I think I was going to work on him this year, or this month, but he had some stuff coming up, so we pushed it back to November. But yeah, his
He's
project
a busy guy.
got. I feel like we're finally getting to the point where that progress is like kind of like tipping the scale, and you can kind of see what we're working on, what it's going to be. Because it's crazy, because instead of like some of the other geometric shapes that I like to use, we're doing like just triangles tessellating away.
You know I'm a sucker for triangles.
Because it's better than a didn't try.
No, because we're just triangles, bro. You're a triangle.
Am I?
You are. Just a bunch of triangles stacked up on themselves, dude.
Okay. That's a fair assessment of my life.
That's everybody's life. Kyle's, mine, Fawn's.
Triangle City.
Triangles, dude.
All right. I hear you.
I gotta try. Cool. Math, bro.
Hit that.
Hit that and tell me about those triangles now.
Decahedra quadrupolid legion? Is that what you're talking about? Vaughn tells me about all the math shapes. Tries to make me understand them.
They're saying now that the Babylonians figured that stuff out 1,000 years before the Greeks did.
You mean the aliens?
Hell yeah.
Oh, okay. The Babylonians were the first alien tribe.
They were the ones that say it very openly in their text and their culture that this great species came from the sky and taught us how to harvest the land and how to.
Okay, can you name a religion that doesn't start that way?
They all kind of change a little bit, but they're the ones that
Well,
call them
what
aliens.
religion doesn't start with something came from the sky and told us what to do?
The mole men.
The mole men?
The mole men.
And what are the mole men?
Scientology.
Okay, Scientology. I actually didn't realize that.
Scientology is totally about aliens from space.
Oh no, totally, yeah. But
So they're just flat out about aliens.
well, yeah, no,
Oh.
like straight up, like volcano from another world, but like
The theme levels are high,
we came
bro.
from the sky, not something came from the sky. So kind of, sort of,
I
not really.
subscribe to that. Like we're ancient aliens that just kind of got lost in the sauce, dude. Like, we left these fools behind here.
We're a slave race that's developed too far. They're about to wipe us out again.
Womp womp. Where's Jordan when we need him?
Well, probably sitting watching, going like, "That's right." Man, like I just, yeah, aliens. They're cool. It's funny now because my kid goes outside and she's like, "Aliens? Can we see aliens?" I'm like, "Dad, I don't think you know. You can't just like do that."
So there's a couple of
fun
different things I
concept.
like to like play with. Is like there's sections in space. Once you reach a certain unlock of your technology, they'll open those sections of space to you. Like, hey, you guys reached tier 1. Cool. These portways are open to you. That area, you stay, there's block. We're just in a blocked out zone. That's a cool one to think about. So you reach stage 2, 3, more maps open up to you. You know, oh, you can hit this quadrant over here. You got to stay away from the Xylons over there. They're a little fucking shitty. You know, fucking they
The
suck,
Xylons.
asshole.
Who is telling me these areas I can go to?
Oh, the Federation, bro.
Oh, I missed that
The
whole
Galactic Federation.
The Galactic
that
Federation,
whole
bro.
fucking stuff.
All right.
Fawn, we got to join the Galactic Federation before it's too late. Because if
Bro,
we're
I'm
in
already-
charge.
I was born a
you didn't even
member.
You didn't even call me.
Another theory I like to play with
Man.
is that the aliens that we see are just us from the future or the past, fucking making sure that we don't fuck up too much. They have an invested interest in us, you know. Like,
Yes.
oh man, these guys are playing with nukes again. I hope they
I'm
don't set
sticking
us
with-
back, dude.
A bunch of aliens were like, hey guys, I'm gonna make people to like mine stuff for me. You guys can make your own people, but this is what we're doing over here. You guys do what you want to do over
So
there.
you
We're gonna
subscribe to
give
the
them.
Anunnaki?
We're gonna give them all the same technology. Like, let's just start them off at ground zero, all the same. You know.
So you subscribe to the Anunnaki. They're just gonna come and harvest us and take all the gold and gems that we've taken and
Yeah. Then wipe out the civilization and just leave a
just
few
leave
of
a
us.
couple
To,
and then restart, come
and-
back in 1,000.
was that why we have like these repeating patterns of lost societies?
I don't know if there's a repeat. I think there's one pattern
That's
that we
right.
lost society. I feel like
Well, there's a bunch of them from a bunch of different time frames. That's kind of my point. Like, so like it's not the first round.
It happens.
it happens.
Just saying.
So,
Slave race.
say you take you and your daughter right now, and you're like, honey, all right, me and you need to figure out how to like refine metal and build a cell phone. Like, how many generations do you think it's going to take between you two can figure that out? Where you just your whole life purpose is like, hey, we're going to build a cell phone, honey. Like, that's just
Okay.
your
so
children, my children. Like, we're going to figure. Like, I don't know how long.
why do we feel the need to have the drive for technology?
Because we're at robots. Mycelium.
Good.
Okay, so-
That's
This is a long conversation, man. We need some mushrooms, and then we can go
Nah,
out to a
man.
field.
This is what we do here, bro. We talk. So like, hear me out. If there was no desire to collect funds to pay forward to whatever system we're participating in, right? You erase all that out. And your job as a human being from like ancient times and shit was to eat, sleep, and like maintain life, right? Right?
Okay.
The fuck else would you be worried about other than food, water, and shelter?
You start playing with art. You can start playing with politics. You can start playing with, that's when Renaissance happened, when you don't worry about those other things.
That's kind of my point. So like we sparked this creative need, right? But why? What drove us past the initial basic functions of humanity?
There's a few
Probably
theories on
finding
that.
a need for life or like a purpose. Because like if you're not spending all your time just surviving, what do you do with your time?
That's why society is so messed up right now.
I'm
People are
38.
questioning their
You just
reality.
described my life.
People are questioning their
So,
whole
like-
realities these days,
What about that has changed now that's different, other than the fact that I have to?
because we're super comfortable now. It's like beyond comfortable where we're at right now.
Yeah.
There's no suffering if you don't want there to be suffering at this point, basically.
Hmm.
Uh,
So for convenience.
It's definitely convenience.
Hmm.
Why do you think people are like questioning their identities? They're like their soul, like reasons for living, and it's like it's soft out there,
Yeah, it's kind of my point.
I'm with you, 100%.
I don't know. I just think we've been programmed with this need. We have all agreed on greed, right?
Yeah.
That's a fucking Eddie Vedder line, guys. I didn't make that up. I'm just gonna call it now.
Good disclaimer.
So like, what made it to where we needed to drive this monetary value outside of a basic need for food, water, shelter?
What?
Capitalism.
Well,
No.
it could be a couple things. It could be
No.
that we are the host to a parasite where we just do these things without thinking these things, and we just collect and just like, yeah, that's my purpose. The new iPhone came out. I need the new 12. I have the 11. It works great, but
So if you're saying
the
that
12 is.
on a basic function,
I'm saying it's above
we were
our pay
taught
grade,
that
dude.
our job is to gather things and hoard things and build a value to things, there would be no value if someone didn't tell you there was value in something, right? Why does gold carry currency?
Because it's so pretty, dude.
It's a fucking rock.
It's a limited
I have a lot of
resource.
rocks, dude. I collect rocks.
Okay.
You're talking to the wrong guy.
No, I'm not. I'm talking to the exact right person. You're understanding what I'm saying.
So I look at it as this cool way of especially the rocks I collect. It's just like conditions were right where there was so much heat and fire and pressure, and this crystal came out. It's like it's badass to me, man. It's like conditions were right. You know,
right.
I
Same with
respect
that gold, right?
Yeah, same with the gold.
But what made it valuable?
It's everything that's
Who-
valuable is perceived that we put on it. What made that microphone valuable? What made the table valuable? Dude, this is all shit that we perceive, you know?
So when did it change from being a rock to being value? And who put that value on it?
Well, that's kind of the cool thing about gold is it's one of the universal things across all societies. Is we were like, yo, bro, this shit is dope. But a lot of gemstones are like that. Yeah. If I see an emerald,
like diamond,
if I see an emerald, that's the one that I don't get.
like
It's all about
Diamonds-
scarcity.
so
That's the one that I
diamonds
don't
aren't
get.
scarce.
They're not
Yeah.
scarce at all, man. That's the De
No.
Boers, dude. But I see
They're
like
just-
an emerald or like
They're just
a,
really hard.
a garnet
That's
or something like that. I'm like, fuck yeah, that's gorgeous, dude. Look at that sweet stone. They're all unique. It's a snowflake.
So like if the earth was rich in all these natural resources that I would say, I don't know, might have other functions like conducting electricity or being heat conducting or the hardest surface in the universe or shit like that. So we have this primal drive to collect those things, and we have this need to build and this need to procure these items, right? It's something we've all said this is what we do. We collect and we hoard. We collect and we hoard.
So you
So-
think aliens made us to do that?
I think it's a genetic programming that we have.
See, if I think the aliens were that awesome, they could just come here and just straight up suck the resources out of the ground. Just be like, doo 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 doo, you know, they would have some sort of fracking system where they could just be like, yeah, give me the gold, dude. Take that shit from the.
And like
Why would they need to like waste the time genetically modifying a monkey to be like, hey, bitch, you're just gonna spend 10,000 years collecting. I'll come check on you every couple thousand years, dude. We'll
what
see
if
where
you
you're
showed
at.
up somewhere and you're like, man, this shit's everywhere, but what's under the ground?
There's a lot of stuff on
So we can just fuck off with what we've got, and if we leave these people here, they're gonna continue to collect this shit. We just pop by every now and then. It's just gonna be a piles.
Seems like a lot of work, dude.
Why?
Unless you're using it as like a reserve system, like, we can only take so much from this planet, this quarter, this quota. And
Well, see, because we believe that genetic modification is difficult because we didn't.
do we believe genetic modification is difficult? Our whole society is off genetic modification these days, dude. Our crops are
Now, say that 25 years ago.
still a thing. The Santos was fucking around with it.
Fairly.
The Santos.
So just because, okay, and now we figured out how easy it is and how readily available it is to cultivate our meat, how to cultivate our plants, how to change all this, change all that, do all this. And this is within the past 25 years. And if we're talking about somebody that is way more technologically advanced, how hard would it really have been for them to be like, you know what these monkeys can do, guys? They can find us. Wait, no, hear me out. They can find us the gold when we're not here. And we can just leave and then pop back and they'll just give it to us.
I mean, word on the
Exactly.
street is that our reserve, like our gold reserve, is empty. So I mean, that does kind of make sense. And like, not to
We've
be
been hoarding
weird,
it for years.
when you call it currency, it kind of makes me think of like a current, and gold is a incredible conductor. So like,
Conductor.
is it really currency?
There's theories
because-
about putting gold in the atmosphere, and that would protect your ozone forever. You know, like the conduction of the heat from the sun.
Hmm.
There are theories about that.
Man, it just seems like you just keep like nailing my points home. I love it.
Yeah, but it's such a dark reality, man. I don't want that.
Well,
I
mean,
subscribe to something more happy.
and we all have, because that's what we've been trained to do.
I'm becoming a Christian now, dude.
Jesus.
Born again Christian.
Oh,
No,
so
I'm actually from the Jewish stock. So
from
Yeah.
the Jewish stuff.
so it'd be a
Fuck
complete
that born again shit. I believe in one birth.
new sect. I'm gonna try it out, man. I'm scared, dude.
Well,
yeah,
shalom, brother.
that's the whole point of that book is fear. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Apparently, you haven't dug deep.
I like to think that we are on this arc. This is the arc.
Is
This is the spaceship. This is the ship. It has a finite amount of resources. Some of us are living in first class. Some of us not so much. We're only going to be able to last for so long here. We should treat it as a ship that we're on. That's where I'm thinking. You know,
I'm going on a trip.
And my favorite rocket ship.
this is the rocket ship, man.
Is
This is the rocket ship. You live in America, so it's pretty nice. We're not like first class, but we're like in the upper, you know, where it's like life's pretty good. You know, I got my
I don't
roots.
know, man.
I'm still living in the bottoms, bro.
Where'd you live in, homie? But like,
There's a lot worse places to live. Trust.
no.
That's very true. Yeah.
I'm very blessed, man. I go home to a warm bed at night, running water, and it's things I'm grateful for, man. I'm
I
not,
just think that's because we've been conditioned for that. I think that I would be just as happy living in my mud hut, you know, not having to deal with all this bullshit.
oh yeah, you're still on the ride, man. You're still on the ship. Enjoy the ride.
That's what I'm saying.
But some people have the ride better than others. You know, it's just what it is. But I do believe that there is a finite amount of resources on this that we're not aware of. We're like, yeah, fuck it. We'll have steak
I
and
think we're-
caviar every night.
I think
It's
we're
just-
very aware of it.
Some
It's-
people
it's
are
a-
hyper aware of it.
it's a
Some people
level.
I think
not.
most of us are aware
It's
of
a
it.
level
It's just a small amount of people that aren't interested.
Well, I mean, we'll figure out a way to make it plastic or fake or non-protein food and non-plant-based
Or synthetic
organisms.
vitamin D.
Just keep eating your sun pills,
Yeah.
Kyle. Just it's called bringing it back around or whatever fancy fucking words you use. Eat your sun pills. Go take a handful of D.
Nice.
Thanks.
Real nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, I will. And it's just a single pill, not a
Just
handful.
one?
Yeah.
What fun is that? That doesn't feel like a party at all.
Well,
If I want some sunshine, I want to
You
swallow
are
it.
failing the American medical system, dude. They want you
I'm
on
sorry,
like
I'll
6
double
pills right
yeah,
now.
I'm sorry,
dude.
I'll double up.
Get some diabetes too while you're at it, bro.
No, I used to be
You
on
know.
pills, so I'm good now.
I had to go to the doctor the other day for an appointment that I made 7 months ago.
He gave you 7 minutes too.
That's how long it took me to get into this doctor. And literally, they still had some prescriptions on my record from 2017. And they're like, "Are you still actively taking this?" And I was like, "What is that? And what is that for? Like, what do you? I haven't been." And the nurse is like, "Yeah, it says you've been prescribed this since 2017."
He said, that's what's been going on. Shit.
Dude, I was trying different antidepressants. The pharmacy kept trying to give me like a different one that I was like, I've told you like 7 times, I am not taking this. Why are you still giving it to me? And why do I have like 5 bags of this here now?
Kyle, you have no choice. Take the drugs,
Takes the
dude.
pills.
No, I refused to. I was like, I'm not taking this home.
My thing
Dude.
is have I had an open prescription for Vicodin this entire time?
Damn it.
Like, not
Should've been
that
caution.
I didn't get it the first time. It's still there. That's my point. Like, so I don't understand. Like, did that just not fall off after a certain amount of time? Could I have still went to CVS and been like, "Hey, pull that thing up from like 2017 where they said I could have these things. Can I still
Give me the bike, bro.
like again? I didn't get them the first time. That's why they're still there."
I
So,
think
like,
if you can avoid getting on any sort of medication, that's the best bet at this point. 'Cause
Nope.
once I get you on one, they'll get you on 2.
I would
get you on
say
3.
consult your doctor because they're paid to keep you alive, and we don't give health advice on Tattoo Collecting 101.
I would
other
say
than
look
how to
into the
care
medical
for your
system.
fucking tattoo.
Mm.
I'm not for or against any of the words that you're saying.
Tattoo
Sarah.
healing is the only
it's not
medical
our-
advice we're good at.
Yeah, I'm not a doctor. I didn't go to school for more than most people.
So the crazy thing is they go to school for 8 years, and then 1 year after they're done with school, most of the things they learned is now null and void.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
Hence why I'm not a doctor.
Well, the insurance companies kind of ruined everything, but that's why I don't think nobody wants to be a doctor no more.
I don't disagree with that.
That's my only gripe. Sorry, wasn't
I
giving
doubt
medical
it's your.
advice.
I doubt it's your only gripe.
With the medical system, it seems. insurance companies-
I'm just gonna go ahead and throw that out there. I doubt it's your only. I've got like 92 gripes. Put a bitch ain't on. Oh, sorry.
She's number 3. No, that's
I'm
fine.
about to rejoin you guys in just a few minutes.
What'd you say?
I'm about to rejoin you guys in just a few minutes. I think we're about due for a little bit of a stretch. I hear Jen's stomach growling. She's gonna be like, no, I'm fine.
So
But
We
I
did
can
too. We just thought we just weren't going to say anything.
I thought she was farting. It's fine.
Nice.
Nothing but classy lady.
Well, do you want to do a Capone?
Yeah. Did I leave my jar down there?
I do see it.
Yes, you did.
I do see it.
Yeah, if you want to grab some out of
Happen-
that, I'm finish up these
I'm
greens.
going to have some things ready to go as well.
Should grab that rolling tray too.
Sorry, Kyle. I know you don't want to.
No, you're good. You're good.
Kyle's
So-
the one that keeps things clean here, so I respect them.
Fuck Kyle.
Yeah,
Just put it
fuck
on the
him.
floor. I'm kidding. You know I love you.
Only on the weekends.
Is that how it works?
You told me.
I don't know.
You get a little angry during your work week. You
Do
just
I?
kind of lash out at him. So weekends is when he
Yeah.
tries to find you for the love.
Huh. Kyle, do you feel lashed out at?
In this current moment, no.
That's not what I
We're hitting it right on the head.
I don't love you.
No.
That's all I care about. Your the rest of your feelings are your problem.
It's all for show.
I'm not responsible for your happiness, but I might be responsible for your sadness. So let me know when we get there.
Happiness comes from within. Kyle.
You are
Okay.
no, you are not at that point.
Okay. That's
There's a far car ride.
it's a far
Yeah.
car ride.
Yeah.
I ran out of gas.
Exactly.
Kyle, you have an appointment coming up with Jordan soon, right?
Yeah. Like 10 days almost.
Oh, it's coming up close. All
I know.
right.
I kind of almost forgot.
What you doing?
We're gonna start a rib piece, some like dark biomech stuff.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Death.
It's a death, lots of pale tones.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of death,
We
you
also-
say.
How many open projects you got going on right now?
You asking me?
Mhm.
I have my arm that I need to finish, so I guess technically 2 soon. Because I'm gonna start that one with Jordan, and then I gotta get in finish my arm at some point.
Nice.
It's a long journey, but
You can
getting there.
always change to a T-Rex, dude.
That's fair. I could.
Velociraptor.
Was that a velociraptor with a philosopher's hat on?
Yeah.
A velociraptor?
Yeah. Falafel, dude.
Ooh, is he eating a falafel?
No, he cooks falafel.
Fun. Will you art for me?
We need a
I need a
falafel.
velociraptor holding a falafel, please.
I mean, I could get down. I can get down with that.
Thank you. Thank you.
Let's come at Jordan hard, Fawn.
Whatever medium you care would be amazing. A
Whatever-
velociraptor.
All right, all right. Sidewalk
No
chalk?
pressure. No pressure, but my expectations are super fucking. Just saying.
Okay.
Velociraptor.
You have to get it tattooed though.
You're full of shit. As for art, no tattoo.
I wish I had like a just like an area of just throwaway tattoos like that. Like
Throwaway tattoos.
just like throw like just
Say like a gag tattoo.
like gag tattoos, you know, like this is this and this is that, you know,
like a
there's
T-Rex holding a falafel.
like a T-Rex holder
Yeah.
or like a Ralph Wiggum holding a banana saying
So
go
what I
banana,
hear
you know.
is that you're not committed to your gag tattoo.
Not at all.
So you
That's why I said I
you
wish I
do
was.
have space for it.
Yeah, but all my space is planned out.
Yeah, mine too. It doesn't mean I don't have fucking Chip and Dale tattooed on me.
Nope,
Hmm.
just Pokemon.
Fair.
Yep.
And to be fair, I only have Dale.
Just fuck Chip.
No chip.
Well, I mean, my leg is only so big.
Did you like the new Chip and Dale movies?
No, I
You did
didn't.
not
I
like
thought,
those?
Thought they were fucking trash, and they should have left the goddamn original alone.
I actually enjoyed the Chip and Dale movies.
What about the Animaniacs reboot? I tried watching
did
that
an
and could
Animaniacs?
not. Yeah.
Yeah.
I tried watching it and like could not sit. through
Have
it.
you tried to watch original Animaniacs again as an adult?
Not as an adult. No.
Yeah, it's because you're not an adult yet. But when you get there, go back and watch Animaniacs. Bro, it's annoying as fuck.
I'm sure.
I turned it on and I was like, I wanted to call my parents and apologize.
Dude, the new one was annoying. They're just like, look, cell phones, digital age. Wow.
Yeah, I could see that.
So
Yeah.
Kyle, did you ever watch Pinky and the Brain?
I did.
Did
Yeah.
which one was the genius and which one was insane?
I want to say Brain was the smart one, but I feel like it might be the other way around.
It is the other way around because Pinky was always stopping Brain from taking over the world.
Right,
And
right.
Brain would do the same thing over and over again every week. Pinky would like, oh no, we messed up. So Pinky was the genius.
Okay.
And Brain was insane.
So you're saying the definition of insanity is competing the same process over and over again to get the same results and expecting something different?
Yes.
Oh,
Damn, it's like you had that one ready to go off the tip of your tongue.
me?
It's almost like you have a child.
It's almost like my life.
He said, insane, dude.
All right, guys, we'll be
Oh,
down
there
in
you
just a
go. I noticed from the vacant chair that you may be traveling. I'm going to talk smack when you can't hear me, so you don't smack me when you see me. Ha ha.
I don't really have anything mean to say about fun.
That was as deep as the cuts get, bro. That was as deep as the cuts get.
She'll
have
watch it
dog
back
hair on
later
your
and then
coat.
strike you for it.
Huh?
She'll watch it back later and then get you another day.
Probably not. Should probably just go, you rascal.
You fuck.
Oh, Ben.
Oh, Ben. You Benny Big Ben Ben. What's your next tattoo?
Tomorrow with their doing a Charizard on my thigh with the Pokemon.
For those of us that are over 31, what the fuck is a Charizard?
Charizard is a very popular Pikachu.
I love that you threw very popular out there
It's
just to
it's
make
like
me feel old
what,
and
the
curmudgeon.
second most known one.
Yeah, I would say it's the second most known Pokemon.
Compared to what?
The
Pikachu.
Pikachu?
Pikachu would be one.
Yep.
Charizard two.
1 and 2.
Do you
Yeah.
see what happens when you leave? You got me in fuck land over here. Fuck, I know about a Charizard.
Actually, if Fawn grabs that off the table, I can show you the tattoo tomorrow. But
I tell you what. Why don't you send me a picture of it when it's done?
no, it's sitting on the.
That's not fun. That's just
No coloring page.
Charizard. His magical power is charring your czar.
Look at that Derb original right there.
Derb original.
Should get him to sign that.
Is it? Or is it just a picture of Charizard?
It's a
No,
Derb
you like
original.
drew the stuff around it too, and like got a couple different Charizard angles and pieced
Oh,
it together.
So anybody that's trying to steal a derb tattoo before he does it, if you can bust this out tonight, say
You've got
21
about you've got
here
about
in
12
Central
hours.
Ohio. If you can steal that and tatty zap it and make it your own before he can put it on skin, you can claim. I'm just kidding. You can't do that. We got the OG right here.
I was gonna say he'd be like, "Fuck you, Adam."
Also, they can't do it like Derb does.
Just because you can trace the picture does not mean you can apply the tattoo.
Amen.
I feel that
Did you?
right in the soul.
In the soul. My soul doesn't feel things anymore. You gotta impress me, you know.
I know, man.
It stopped caring like so many years ago.
I'm trying to recover from that.
Gave up on souls. I was like, you know what? He's probably gonna be fucked anyway.
Forget that thing, dude.
I'll just sell it off. You know, I can use a jet ski.
Sell your soul for a jet ski?
Fuck yeah.
So jet skis will give you a concussion, man. Be careful.
I mean, would you at least
Yeah,
like
life will give you a concussion, bro?
you should at least like ask for your own lake too to ride the jet ski in.
What fun would that be? You need to be isolated. I'd rather know that my jet ski is a traveling jet ski that I can take to any water.
I mean, you
enjoy.
can take it's not
Now-
just stuck to your
Now
lake.
it's my life. I'm a beach bum. What beach? Who gives a fuck? I'm the bum.
Are you gonna move out of
jet skiing
California?
it up. I'll take it wherever my jet ski wants to go.
You go up and down the coast.
If it wants to go, I'm just saying, endless options.
All right. Jet ski it up.
Fawn, can we get a jet ski? Okay, thanks.
Company jet ski.
What is a big company? Fawn's my company.
Oh, yeah, I mean, you put the tattoo collecting 101 logo on it.
Then I got to share with you, Kyle. Notice I asked Fawn if she wanted to get a jet ski.
You didn't. No one said you had to share. You can be selfish.
I am. Have you not met me? I am pretty much the most selfless person you know.
Sorry, go ahead.
Kyle's about to make this as awkward as our mechanic does.
What's that, Mike?
I
What do you mean? That's not broke, bud. You can see it hanging the fuck off my car. It's broke. I promise. That's a tire. That's not supposed to be there. See, he's always trying to be frugal, which I appreciate. But sometimes it's like, bro, just fix the problem.
was like, I'm about to take this cross country. She's like, oh,
Just fix the problem.
okay.
Just fix.
You guys are getting angry over here.
No, I was just talking about the awkwardness of like us sharing things like a mechanic.
That's true.
There's this real awkward thing that happens every time we see Mike, whether I see Mike by myself or Ben
Mhm.
happens to be with me.
Mike's our
it's-
mechanic, by the way.
Yeah, he's under the impression that Ben and I are more than friends.
And it's
Aw.
hilarious.
It's real fun.
So he doesn't know you very much.
Well, and the other thing is,
does.
it's like,
I've known Mike for 15 years.
yeah, maybe it's just like the platonic male-female relationship. It catches people off
I
guard.
brought a chick into the fucking mechanic shop. Of course he thinks you're my lady. Do you know who else has never been? I've always just taken vehicles there, like, here, fix this. I brought you in. I showed you off. I spun you around.
Maybe he does love you. We're learning a lot here.
Still upset that I cut my dreads
What
off.
is this maybe?
Like,
Who, Mike or me?
Mike, I don't think you care. You were there when it happened.
Yeah, I have it on video.
Yeah.
Saving that for a special moment. Yeah. It was funny. Cause like the next time I came in, he was like, so yeah. And I was like, nah. He's like, you're lying. I'm like, bro, no. Fawn's like my sister. That's weird. It's kind of awkward. Just gonna throw that out there.
And then like for the longest time, like all of my vehicles were under Ben's name. So when I'd call, he'd be like, oh, it's under Ben's name, right? And I'd be like, I mean, you can
can
put it
make
under
my
my
own
own account. That's fine. But
Perks.
Yeah.
Perks.
they do a great job. It happens to be the toughie in Gehenna. They do a fantastic
Shout
job.
out to Hannah.
Yep.
woot.
I'm not saying I'm sponsored by them or anything, but they do keep my van on the road, all 250,000 miles of it.
I've been grateful that one of my buddies I grew up with is a mechanic for Alfa Romero. And you know, it's just when
nice.
side.
You driving Alfa Romero?
He drives it out. He's a mechanic for Alfa Romero. So then anytime
Oh.
he does side work, so anytime I need something done, he's just like,
Mhm.
bring it.
I wouldn't say that over the air.
I didn't say who it was.
Well, I mean, I'm sure there's not a lot of them.
Hmm.
Is there a bunch of them?
There's like 3 Alfa Romeros in Columbus.
This doesn't seem like a broad search, my friend.
It's all
We just
sarcastic.
narrowed it
We're
down
just
to the
joking.
City for him. Do you want to go ahead and leave his last name?
I will, man. And
Social and
is
social.
218.
House address.
Mother's maiden.
Oh, I don't know that one.
Wi-Fi.
Well, he's safe then.
Beach Bum 99.
That's my Wi-Fi password.
Okay.
Good job. Sufan,
Polio.
hear me out.
I'm listening.
I was waiting for some idea to pop in my head, and it didn't happen.
Well, I've been tattooing away. Jen, she must be on the phone again. We got some tacos over there. Her stomach was growling. Cruising along on her project though. I don't know how much people have been paying attention to what I was doing, but
I mean, you're half the screen. They have to.
well, that's fair. They could look away.
I love Beauty and the Beast, and am pumped. I want to see this come together.
Yep, we're about ready to start Lumiere. That's the next little piece that there's that circle right above where I was working. Yep, Lumiere
He's
is
the
gonna
one that
go
says
there.
it's cool for them to do the dirty things.
And then there is another circle on the other side, which will be chip. So a little stained glass Lumiere, a little stained glass chip.
Oh, my heart's happy.
But it's all coming together nicely. Jen's still sitting well. Time permitting, we still might be able to wrap this up today. So not that there's like any pressure to wrap it up. I enjoy working on Jen, but
Lots of pressure.
all the all the
Fucking
pressure.
perform.
I mean, she went to the Ink the Bay show with us, so
Trauma bot.
pressure's gone. and we've trauma bonded.
Family for life. We went through the jungle. I don't get to smoke it anymore.
Oh,
I thought it was coming back already.
I don't know, man.
I thought you guys were power smoking.
You'll
I gotta
nothing.
catch up.
You'll get nothing fun.
Nothing.
You know weeds. None.
None. Nunca.
There's Kyle in the corner, like fuck.
It'll come when it comes.
I'm telling you, we need to get you your own little Kyle stash. We're gonna get you this little baby one hitter. It's gonna be like the most awkward and pain in the ass thing to do.
The idea of having like some kind of monopod or something like that we could clip it to just long arm it to him.
Can't okay. Does anybody make the baby hands with roach clips in them?
I can make you one because I know where to get the baby hands, and I can do.
What if we just get one of those like little
I'll
like
just make a bunch
clasping
of-
T-Rex faces?
Okay, so hear me out. Here's
I
a
mean,
serious
don't do
idea.
that because Adam and I are about to make $1 million.
My family and I have talked about this, and this idea has gone through a few evolutions, but it's going to be called the Terry ball, just because it's our mom's name, and she was driving us crazy one day because we weren't passing the blunt to her fast enough. So in her pouting, we're like, we're going to name an invention after you. So it's the Terry ball. But imagine
A ball?
a ball. It's going to be round.
What?
So
I like round
Really?
balls.
the first iteration that we imagined was going to be like a hamster ball with the screw on thing on both sides. And
Uh-huh.
one side would be a mouthpiece and the other side would be like a little holder that like you would put the blunt inside of it so that you could hit it from one side and then just pass it to the next person. Like if you're smoking in a circle and you're out of arm's reach.
Fun. You
So
want to
the
test my
newest
motor
iteration-
skills
So
with
the
something
newest
that's on
iteration,
fire?
we could do an inflatable version where it's got just like a steamroller apparatus slid through the middle that holds the blunt in place, good airflow, and it's bouncy like a beach ball.
So part of me wants to say, let's get like a choo-choo train and have it go around the room.
I was
But
gonna
with
say,
the-
just get a
with the
conveyor belt.
technology that it is today, you can program a drone to just go from person to person in the room and pass the pipe. If you
I
can
mean, we
program that
could.
properly.
We could absolutely
How much
do
money
that.
do you think I've got
However,
to spend on something to pass weed to
Terry would
fucking
like
Kyle?
something,
I'll
something
just
that
hand Kyle some fucking weed.
I like
Say,
the drone
"Smoke this
idea.
over
too.
there by
Oh,
yourself.
walk my ass
bro.
over
You
there.
fucking drunk?
A drone, dude.
No.
Or a choo-choo train.
A conveyor
I
belt,
like a choo-choo train.
I started this with.
I might still have a model train.
like
Yeah.
like one of those sushi conveyors, but for the blunt.
Yep.
So I'm not gonna act like I didn't have a monster truck with a basket on the back of it. So I push my bong around my old house. But I spent like $12 dollar store and bought the coolest monster truck they had. And it toted my bong across the living room wonderfully. It was amazing.
Wonderfully.
Wonderfully. It worked masterfully, all right.
But the Terry ball, we could just toss it wherever we wanted.
I ain't catching shit.
Like hypothetically, if there were people on the other side of that curtain over there, we could just
I
Hit
can
volley
see
it
an,
over
I can
to
see an
him.
Hit him in the-
ember
hit him
hitting
in the-
somebody's
yeah.
face.
Hit
Dude.
him in the face, the lid over.
It's inside. It's
What if they're not
inside the
paying
ball.
attention and then they just get smacked in the face with
Just
it?
saying, I don't catch things very well.
I'm with
Right.
Ben on this one. I'm sorry.
I feel like
I feel like
I think
lot
you're
of
safer
people
with
would
a
buy it,
choo-choo
and it
train.
would be amazing.
imagine beach volleyball if you had a Terry ball, and every time you bump it, you got to catch it.
Josh
hit it
from
2 or
Raw,
3 times.
Hit us up. Hit us up. 3%. You can make the Terry ball.
You know
but
what,
it has
Josh?
to be
If you
called the
hit us
Terry.
up 0%, I just want to be your friend. I've got a lot of brilliant ideas.
That
Come
is
on, let's
true.
talk.
Josh, I do love you. I smoke
You
raw
make my
stuff
day
over-
better all the time.
raw stuff.
Do you know who we're talking about?
No? I'm assuming he works for Raw, so
Yeah.
Raw, yeah, the Raw Rolling Papers company. It's Josh.
I know that
Look
one.
at the care in his heart. You see that?
Kyle's people, dude.
You say these things, and I hear the words you use. At
But I don't subscribe to them.
least Kyle gets it.
Yeah.
I mean, you're a person. I love you, but
Stay in the corner, bro. You will not get a drone or a choo-choo
you
train.
off the stage for a reason.
Experiences.
No.
Yeah, I don't think
What
so.
are we talking about tattoos on a tattoo show?
Picked up a lot recently and acts like it's no big deal. I put the hurt into him. I worked on him for several hours, and like a few days later, he had Adam work on him for several hours.
Talk to us about your tattoo.
Tattoos hurt, guys, you know?
Nah, that's kind of been my mantra through this whole show.
Yeah, man. Kind of just got to suck it up and take it. No pain, no gain.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
fair.
yeah.
That's fair. But what do you think? Do you enjoy stacking your appointments close together like
I
that? So you
do,
just have
'cause
one
then you can
heel.
just, like heal up and got the elbow done. It's all nice. Got the inner wrist. Yeah,
All we got is like little Jetsons moss to
a
go.
little some aliens and
Hmm.
it's been fun. Fawn's super gentle, so there's never any worry about that. So
I mean, I try to be gentle, but some spots are still brutal no matter what.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Sorry, guys.
and then
We,
Adam
we
was just
literally
doing
give you money to do it and excited for it.
Well,
I don't know if apology is necessary.
I don't like hurting people though. Like if I could somehow give you this gift of art without it being painful, I would love to do that, but I can't.
I hear you. I feel
not-
you. I understand your
It's
sentiment.
not real.
so when the Starship Trooper CNC machine gets
Apology
invented,
is-
you'll be cool with it.
I think there's still going to be pain involved with that.
Just quick though, just doo 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 doo. It's like the needle he was
How'd it
showing
go? Can
earlier.
you do that one more time?
Doo 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 doo.
I think I'd subscribe to that. What did I just get?
You just piece, dude.
No way. My back's already done. What did I just get?
They lasered your back piece off and then reapplied it.
Bro.
Yeah, that's what that first doot was for. Yeah, that's the removal process.
That would be rad. Would you change your tattoos if you had the ability to change your tattoos?
Thankfully, no, I would not. I'm in that position where all the tattoos I have are what I wanted.
Yeah, I wouldn't change any of mine.
Not
Maybe
that one on your leg. No,
maybe maybe I would like make one done that doesn't exist yet. Like we just have the belly one out of the way.
I have one I'm trying to upgrade, not necessarily get rid of and replace.
polish the turd.
It's not it's not a turd.
That's-
It's a well done
that's
tattoo.
fair
It's
way to
just
say it.
I'm just want to give it some new life.
Okay.
Yeah.
I hear that term a lot, so I like saying it.
It's almost like you passed to the camera.
Yeah.
It's like
For the audience.
one day.
One day.
We need smell-o-vision first, Vaughn.
Nobody
Well,
wants
so
to
you can smell all the weed that we
People
smoke.
Smell-o-vision, dude.
you know.
Yeah, especially for like cooking shows, things on the beach. You can smell.
Yeah, but like you don't like
That-
smell
They're on a
vision
yacht
for
right
like
now.
UFC fights.
Yes,
You
sweat
don't
and
want
blood,
smell
dude.
vision for
Give me
that.
the sweat and blood.
Could you
Nah, you
imagine
don't want that.
watching
What?
I
Do
don't
you don't want to
know.
go to the movie theaters with your scratch and sniff board?
Nope.
the Alaskan
I'm
fishing
with you.
shows?
Nope.
Yep.
I want to know what the bottom of that boat smells like.
I'm down.
Right.
You got 6 dudes that handle
Foul.
fucking fish all day.
You can turn
For
the
a
smell-o-vision off on. There's
living
nothing
in the
telling you have
bottom
to
of
have.
a boat.
There's nothing telling you have to have
On
this.
or off, like,
You can even
Is there
turn
like a
the
volume
There's a
to it?
volume too. Less smell. Just trying to get a little bit of the fish odor there. Last night.
I don't know about.
I subscribe to smell-o-vision so hard, dude.
I don't know.
Nah,
I don't.
nah.
Okay.
I do want a VR full like
Smell is part of the
immersion-
VR, man. That's
immersion
one of the
suit.
steps of the VR is smell, dude. Like if
Maybe
you're gonna
smell is what
create
separates
reality,
us from like virtual and real. Maybe that's one of the things that keeps your senses in tune of whether it's real or a dream.
they're getting very.
Can you
close with that
smell in
VR.
dreams? You
Mhm.
smell in
It's
dreams?
normally pee, but yes.
You smell pee in your dreams?
It's a little.
Oh,
I don't know if my legs should swell or
Is that purple?
nope. I smell pee.
Man, oh man. Well,
Just kidding. It's just funny.
I don't know if he's getting it anymore, guys.
I'm gonna have to double check, but I believe we have Chris Taylor next week.
What?
I believe. I'm
Hello,
gonna
Chris.
have to double check, but he's coming up. We've got a collector named Andrea coming up. She's covered in some beautiful Polynesian work by Loaf. That'll
Is
be
she
a great show.
Polynesian?
No,
Okay. I'm just curious.
That's generally why you ask questions. Curiosity.
you're a smart one, Ben.
No,
You got a lot of
no,
knowledge in you.
I just
Kyle, you and Adam have both been ripping into Ben today.
Yeah, it's cool.
What
I'm
happened?
tired.
He shows the soft side last week and you guys kick him in the teeth.
Mean. Just mean to me.
Yeah. No,
It's all
Ben's
right,
just let
Ben.
his guard down.
Just hate sunsets over here. Fuck it, man.
So what you guys are saying is you made me this way and you deserve it, and it's your fault when you cry. I'm just making sure we all understand the rules.
I didn't make you
'Cause
cry.
When I'm not mean to you, you guys are mean to me. So you're developing a monster. I hope you know that. Just saying.
We're just feeding into the
If you
cycle.
poke the bear will bite you. I'm just kidding. I love you guys.
We love you too.
I'm just tired. I'm just tired.
We are probably approaching that time.
What time?
We talked about
Wow.
everything all over the sun today.
Yep.
I mean, no complaint. I've
Yeah.
been enjoying myself. I've been enjoying like listening and tuning in a little bit while I'm working, but yeah, it's been all over.
Wait, so
Delightfully
you guys
all
remember?
over.
Well,
Huh?
that's what we do. We
Yeah.
kind of ramble.
So since I'm very bad at remembering appointments, I'm going to double check my appointment with you before I leave today. So
Okay.
I show up on.
We'll verify it.
That's
my
why I
app
got
on my phone with
That's
me
why I
right
got a homies only policy. That way I can ask you 32 times. When's that again? I put it in my calendar, but I don't want to look. You're sitting right here.
The thing is, I did hit her up like a week before and asked her, and like I still had 2 dates written down. So like, even after me asking her, I still fucked up
It's okay.
because I went to text her like, "Where are you at?" And then I saw she said, "Come the next." I was like, "Fuck."
It's okay. It's all right. Did you show off your Pokeball on camera?
Show me your ball.
I got a Pokeball that my buddy Ron Kessler made at Infinity Custom Jewelries.
Name drop.
When my mom died, she left me some gold, and some of it was just stuff I would never be able to wear. So I figured I'd melt it down and make a little Pokeball out of it. So,
No.
Very nice.
little bling. I don't actually wear jewelry ever, so I kind of feel weird,
I think you should wear that all the time.
but I enjoy it. So
Does look good on you.
Yeah, it's got a nice sturdy bail on it and everything. It was made really, really well.
he does good work. He's been doing that he's a second generation. So
Last week at Adam's appointment, he was nerding out and showing me some in progress videos of it. So I know he's incredibly excited to.
well,
have
he was
it
really
here.
busy, and I didn't really want to like rush him. So I was like,
Mhm.
just kind of take your time with it. So I was like, some stuff was getting done. I'm like, yay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very nice.
It's no self-portrait. I'm gonna get one of those too. And then realize where I don't want to hang it.
If it was a self-portrait, I would have painted it.
Well, Fawn says she's gonna do one of herself.
I do
That-
need to
that-
start a self portrait. I
is a
haven't done one in-
self-portrait.
I think since maybe I did a nice one in college, and a few years later I did one in charcoal, but it's been a really long time.
It's in there like a Da Vinci where you like he goes through his whole life where you have him and like
I think artists should do self portraits every so often. I'm kind of like disappointed that I'm just realizing like I've gone this long without doing any.
like 10
Yeah,
years
I,
ago, like crap.
I should make it a point to start doing one like every couple of years.
I will start now.
I will. I will start one very soon.
I'm
Once
gonna
once
read a portrait book, and then I'm gonna do my face. I'll do one once a year, and that's the only portrait I'm gonna do is that one once a year. We'll see how it progresses.
I did one like a year and a half ago, but I should do one again soon because like my arts skills have like vastly jumped up since then. So
Why, Kyle?
why?
Yeah.
Would it
Tell us
be-
about this little program you've been participating
You
in.
mean reinventing the tattoo? The best way to learn about tattoo design and art?
Oh, that little thing?
Yeah,
the place for
the place.
collectors, artists, and the curious?
All three of them.
That's pretty close. I don't know.
Apprentices too.
No, we don't like them.
They're okay sometimes.
Neither
Just kidding.
interns.
Be nice to the interns and apprentices, man. Those are your
Why?
future kids.
I'm just
of
saying they're
tomorrow.
not included.
No,
Not at first.
They're not very included.
But yeah, I mean,
It's just
thanks to
kinda-
reinventing the tattoo though. Like I've actually got a legitimate understanding of what it is I'm doing with my art now. So it's genuinely a good experience and it's helped me out way more than I ever could have imagined.
Nice.
I've been watching your paintings develop over the last few months. This oil painting you've been working on recently is really kind of taken on a life of its own, and it's pretty cool to.
Have you named your demon yet?
Baby, come
I have not. I've got to put that on the list of stuff to do.
This is something Adam France told you last time. Is you had to name that demon.
Simon.
So I come back next week with a name for the demon.
No, it's Simon. The demon's name is Simon.
Oh, Simon.
Yeah.
I thought you said assignment.
Oh yeah, assignment. Do it yourself, I guess.
Simon. I like
Podcast assignment. Come back next week.
We will name the demon on Kyle's painting.
Let's keep him hanging with that.
That'll
What a
work.
great way to
Get him to the demon naming section of the show.
for that one painting we showed off for 2 minutes a couple
It's a
episodes ago.
glorious painting. It's a glorious. You know how many paintings I've done that size? 0. You know how many paintings I've done half
It's really a
that
different
size?
experience, even like
0.
I've done one that
with
size
the
and
oils
like,
too, but
shit.
also just working that large, as I've never done something this big before. So it's an interesting change of pace and a good challenge.
Good job.
Nicely done, sir.
Good job.
Thank you.
I don't keep getting all cocky, but good job.
Said don't inflate that ego too.
No, I
man.
just
You got to
just
keep
take
him
it to
humble.
heart
He
'cause I
he
appreciate
runs
it.
wild. I'm just kidding. I love you. It's amazing. I can't do it. I'm proud of you.
So Ben,
what's up, G?
you and Kyle together, but you've kind of been steering the conversation and steering the ship the last couple weeks. Would you like to wrap us up and sign us off?
Why did you put it that way?
Because I'm
You're in
proud of you
charge.
and
You're
you've done a
doing
great
great.
job. I kind of
Oh.
have been on the back burner the last couple of weeks, and
Yeah,
you're
Vaughn,
on
step
it.
up the fucking game, bro.
I'm trying to, but like
I
I'm just
love you.
acknowledging that you're
No,
on the ball.
Thank you.
She's stepping it up behind the scenes.
She steps up every week for the past fucking
104 episodes.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I got it a little bit. I
Yeah.
guess.
Well, we'll pick up the slack.
Well, you guys are doing a great job. Yeah.
Thank you. We
It's
appreciate
like,
you.
It's nice having a tripod.
I hear you, tripod.
If one of us like
Leaning
is
on you, bro.
unavailable, the other ones kind of pick up the slack. It's kind of nice.
Thanks.
But yeah, the conversations have been incredible the last few weeks, and you've been leading more than I have. So I just wanted to say thanks and
Aw.
acknowledge, and it's great.
You're
I'm not
amazing.
crying. You're crying.
I'm not crying. You're crying. Don't make me get sad.
Adam,
I'm
Yes.
sad,
you
but-
want to throw out your handles so people can follow you, or you don't want people to follow you or know who you are?
I don't know
What is
my
your
handles are,
Instagram
actually.
share?
Yeah, what's
I
your
have to-
Instagram?
I'd have to think on what that is.
So he's gonna be Mr. Exclusive. Fawn,
No, I
what's
think
your
it's,
contact info?
Is it
Nope, you got
A-Raj?
cut off.
I think
Adam
it's-
Raj 91.
That's it. Yeah. It's really easy. I just didn't know if it was.
Like, follow, subscribe.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Well, you can find me here every Thursday at 6 p.m.
Bum, bum, bum.
Except when I'm slacking and Ben takes over.
You're taking over anything you've been
And
here
Kyle.
the whole time.
Yeah.
The whole time.
Yeah, I just kind of like stepped aside. And
Yeah.
Ship sailed smoothly. It's great.
Hmm.
Anyways, you can find me at Fawn_Baker on the grams, and you can actually find us and communicate with all of us simultaneously on Tattoo Collecting 101 on Instagram. We're all logged in and share that. So like literal instant communication.
Yeah, it's good times.
Yeah.
But also I think there's gonna be we're gonna be making some other upgrades, so it'll be easier to like interact. If you happen to watch us live,
There's
you'll be
some
able to interact with
changes
us. Yeah.
on the
They're gonna
way.
put Kyle in the screen.
Hey, today's already the first change.
Yeah.
So the ball's officially rolling.
Yeah, getting Kyle off the fucking stage was definitely a high priority.
I would agree. Hey, I'd agree with that statement.
I'm kidding. I love you. You're just so far away now.
I know.
If you guys
It's-
could
it's
see how
weird.
close he is, it's like you've been watching me. Like we can touch each other.
Well, it was a great show. I'm
All
glad
right,
everybody
guys.
got to join
Well,
us.
it's been a great episode.
Yeah.
Sign us up. Say thanks.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank
Good night.